With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once clicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals a slow machine. He's snorting, burping, leaning, ban it matters not if battery fun. His child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is dead to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Sunday the 13th of November 2022. It is Remembrance Sunday here in the UK, basically every Sunday, you know, the Sunday following Armistice Day, or Veterans Day if you're American. We just basically use the Sunday to remember as well, you know, all the soldiers and all the people that are killed in the war and all that, you know what I mean, that's the kind of thing. But yeah, a day of remembrance as well, you know, for UK in general. I mean, I'm not sure if Americans do much with the Sundays following, you know, Veterans Day or not, but it is what it is. In the UK anyway, it is Remembrance Sunday. But yeah, I'm just sharing this little excellent meme that Shinko made on the fly. I thought it was too perfect, and he managed to whip up very quickly. He managed to put Phil's face onto this meme, and it is glorious, I think. Magic 8 Ball, I managed to put, and it's a Twitter verified tick that says yes. It's basically, you know, I think it's too good to not have, but yeah, there we go. Big up Shingo for managing to whip that up very quickly. So, Phil is awake, he's online, the stream's live and all that jazz. He's happy to be finally playing more God of War. He says he's so behind on everyone else, even though he apparently doesn't spoil himself. He seems to know very well that he's so far behind on everyone else. Also, I really like this thing this random fucking comment, Sarah Barkley. I really like the community tab notification. Impossible to miss a stream now. The guy streams 6 days a week at the same goddamn time every single fucking week. What do you mean it's impossible to miss a fucking stream? You'd have to be fucking moronic to not understand when Phil's streaming. If you're not used to it, but if you're a fan, and this person's a member. Green name, so they're a fucking member. But they're relying on the community tab to understand when Phil streams as if it's fucking random. That just blows my fucking mind that someone's like, you know, that dense that they're not aware that Phil streams at the same time every single fucking day of every single fucking week. Yeah, it just blows my mind. But yeah, Phil's awake and online and all that shit, and he's just fucking chilling with his audience until they fucking come up. Phil, by the way, in terms of speaking of fucking moronic fucking people surrounding Phil only just learned this shit. I was hoping that would have loaded images very quickly, but it's taking its sweet time. You can actually tell if someone is really verified or if they paid for it by touching the blue check mark on their account. Most people know this. Most people are aware of this thing. Great, you can't load image. But you can see the image anyway. Phil only just recently discovered that if you click on the blue check mark, it tells you if the account is actually verified. He literally just learned this. He's had a tick for that long and only is just aware of this now. It's like stupid people are just impressively stupid to me. I don't know, it's bizarre to me. So he's only just learning these things now. He'll just learn every day as well. It's, you know, you can actually post on your community tab from your phone. Phil was adamant you couldn't do it, but then he's like, oh wait a second, what happens if I click this fucking big button at the bottom of the screen? He's like, oh, you can do it. Wow, fucking moron. But yeah, this He's a dense motherfucker, Jesus Christ. Let's just spin the wheel and pick our bingo card for today, guys. Engagement. Interesting. Engagement will be the word we use for today's bingo card to pick it, so that's an interesting one to use. Phil does talk about engagement sometimes, so it's not the worst thing to have, in my opinion. It's a good one to have. Ooh, this is one of the new songs, I think. I downloaded a couple of new Meerkat songs. So, yeah, this is Young Cat featuring Little Piggy. Raccoon Eyes. So yeah, I downloaded a couple of new Meerkat songs just to add to the playlist for the stream. Yeah, Meerkat's been killing it lately with the DSP tracks, man. He really has. I'll tell you, I recommend checking them out. Guys, I need a number. I need a number between 1 and 216 to pick our bingo card for today. Just the first number I see in chat will be the number I use. No arsing about, no fanning around today. Just the first number I see in chat. 69 says agreeable compliments. Agreeable compliments says 69. So I'm going to go with that. The 69 bingo card will be the card we use for today's bingo, and hopefully it will be a winning bingo card which results in a full house, because we are certainly due a full house. We were 1 away from a full house yesterday. The one thing Phil did not say positive. Phil did not say positive at all yesterday. At least I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Let me check that actually. We're able to check this, okay? Phil uploads his podcast. Bear with me here. Meaningful is not back yet, by the way. Just bear with me here, guys. We have a transcript. Let's check. No, Phil did not say positive. That is confirmed. I like sometimes like using the transcript on the podcast Phil uploads just to be sure Phil did not say it. And there you go. The transcript from Phil's video did not pick him up. So we didn't miss it either. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss him saying positive in case we did, and it flew by everyone. But no, Phil did not say positive, so we got 24 out of 25 on the bingo card last night. Ricky Hakura means what I mean by transcript. So a lot of videos that you upload on YouTube, if you click the wee buttons here on the bottom right, you have an option to show a transcript, which means also it's basically YouTube's auto subtitles. So it picks up, things that you're saying. So that's a transcript of everything Phil says in the podcast. So for example, like meaningful is a good example. Did Phil say meaningful? You bet your sweet ass you did. There it is there. You do all the meaningful side missions. So it picks up Phil saying meaningful right there about the 13-minute mark. So there you go. So I like doing that sometimes, like the day after bingo, just to be sure I didn't miss anything of importance, and particularly because we were 1 away yesterday. I felt it was good to clarify that Phil did not say positive at all yesterday, which he did not. So there we go. But our bingo card for today looks like this, guys. Which one is it again? Is it the one right hand side here? It is, okay, yes. It's also right here, okay, cool. So, the bingo card is on the right hand side, guys. This is what we're using for today. So, Phil saying chill, tired, him making that annoying T sound, him getting at least $15+ in tips, and him saying, oh, then him saying time, him leaning somebody in chat, him saying that being said, shout out that being said, by the way. We are live right now, I believe. Okay, and let's try. Then the third line is Q&A, good news, him snorting, him having some YouTuber jealousy, and him saying engagement, which is our, keyword for the day. Then him saying in fact, likes, support, him talking about his family in some capacity, and him giving a thumbs up to the camera. And finally him doing siege mode, which is where he folds his arms when he's talking to you. Him saying excited, him saying content, him pointing at a text on the screen, which is very likely because he's desperately trying to get memberships up, and him bumping his microphone with his dumbass flailing arms. I think it is a very strong card. I think there's a couple of ones there which could hinder it, but then again, we were certain that Phil was going to say positive yesterday, and he didn't. So there is no guarantees with Phil Burnell, even though he's so fucking normally saying oh shit. Annoying T sound is taha, right? Well, not really. The annoying T sound is where it emphasises the T's in some words, like excited or Twitter. It does a strange thing where it really enunciates the T in a bizarre way, like in a fucking strange Phil Burnell alien sort of manner, where he does a strange thing with some of the T's and words. So excited and Twitter are the two good examples of that. And yeah, it's a hard T, as BST says. It's a very hard T. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. So that's the annoying T sound. So basically, if it says excited, that's 2 in 1. Guaranteed, because we can tick off the annoying T sound as well as excited. Fucking ready for that. So I'm going to save this bingo card very quickly, guys. And yeah, that's the bingo card fucking saved. Hooray for that. I'm going to get the stream properly set up while we wait for Phil to go live and all that jazz. And yeah, I'm going to turn the music up and you guys can enjoy some quality music captions while we wait for Phil to properly go live. So I'll catch up with you guys when that happens.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day. You're bagging. I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet.
To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills.
I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill.
I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills,
Bitch.
Pay Ben
Taxes,
I have to pay Ben bills,
bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better. But kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to
make money. I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben
taxes.
bills. I have to pay Ben bills.
I have to, if you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, you're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big up, Skeeter Cat. Very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, I pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, I pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way. Please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to. One of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Meerkat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pulls and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pulls and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Phil is starting the stream now. The podcast has begun. The bingo has begun. You guys all know the drill by now. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. I don't try and miss anything, but I'm a dumb bastard. Sometimes I do need help. So, and hopefully I get 25 out of 25 today, and I get to give back to you guys with your rewards. You know, it'd be good if we get a full house today. We'll have to wait and see. So Phil was boring as hell yesterday, but we still managed to almost got 25 out of 25, despite Phil being a boring bastard yesterday. So tag me in chat in case I miss anything, guys. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show. Today is Sunday, the 13th of November, 2022. How is everyone today? Is the camera looking choppy? Does the camera look a little choppy to anyone? Looks a little choppy to me. It doesn't look completely choppy. It looks a little choppy. I don't know why. Because I don't have that weird effect on that screws with it. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the show. How's everyone doing? I forgot to turn on the ghost. Hold on a second here. And I hope you're all having a good weekend. And I hope you're ready for a fun weekend of streaming here with me on DSP Gaming. Well, I should say the latter part of the weekend, right? There's still 3 streaming days, including today in my streaming week. Usually I would do a 6-day streaming week. It's only a 5-day streaming week this week. I have an appointment appointments on Wednesday. So had to have my day off a little bit early, which actually is fine because it aligns better with next week. Next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States. So my day off actually had to be a day earlier next week regardless. So it made more sense to do it. It's fine. It'll be fine. To getting overcomplicated trying to explain. It's very simple. Okay? So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. And welcome to the show. Today, essentially, what we're going to do is get a little bit of catch up, a little bit of odds and ends discussion about various things going on here on the channel with my schedule and upcoming games. I'm going to talk a little bit about Twitter, and now that I know that I can do it, how I'm going to utilize this channel a little bit more in the future moving forward, as opposed to it only being a place for YouTube videos. It can now actually be a place for me to actually have social interaction with the internet. With all the crap going on over on Twitter, it's always good to have that backup plan. And now I'm finding out that basically YouTube is kind of like a social network again, which is weird. They were once. It literally was. YouTube, when I joined this site many years ago, it was set up like a social network. Your main channel page kind of looked like a MySpace page. If that makes sense. I don't know how many of you ever used MySpace before. And then they basically changed it to not be anything like that. It's like originally they wanted YouTube to be a social hub where people who wanted to follow you and find out what you were up to and in your life and everything would go to your YouTube channel, and you'd have things posted up like your schedule, a bunch of photos and things that you've been up to, an ongoing chat log with people who are following you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then YouTube one day said, oh, we want to be a textbook where the entire page looks like a white sheet that you're reading in like a college fucking giant book, you know, and we want to stifle all originality and have it no social networking whatsoever on our site. We just want it to be a place you dump videos and streams. It's just one of the many things that YouTube has done over the years, changing what the site was supposed to be. Originally, it was supposed to be YouTube, the place where you can have your own TV channel or tube, get like a tube TV, your TV channel, YouTube. Even though you don't have production budget or anything, you don't necessarily have a bunch of skill, but maybe you have some talent or expertise that you want to share with the internet. It's a way to broadcast yourself to an audience for free, right? That was the intention. And then somewhere along the line, YouTube decided we want to be like an actual television station. And we actually want to have a YouTube television station service, and we want to base YouTube channels based off of the same metrics and criteria that a TV station would judge. It makes absolutely no sense. Whoever was in charge was a fucking idiot who made those decisions, and it basically changed the site irrevocably for the worse. YouTube used to be much better, okay? But anyway, what happened was those years when I was a full-time streamer on Twitch, YouTube made a lot of different improvements and things I wasn't aware of. And one of the things they did was this community tab basically brought back the whole social media aspect to YouTube. As long as you're subscribed to someone's YouTube channel, you can now be in the know about everything that person's up to. Like, I can use my community tab here on DSP Gaming as a place where I post up pictures and polls. I talk with you guys, have an open dialogue about various topics. I can update you about things that are going on. Like, let's say one day I'm going to be late to stream. I could post up here, you know, hey, just so you guys know, I'll be a little bit late for the stream, but I'm running, you know, this is what's happening, and I'll be there shortly or whatever. Like, basically, that's pretty cool that you can do that. Because it used to just be like, well, the only way to really directly communicate with the viewers was to post a video. Well, I can't just post a video at all times. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to just be able to do a quick post and then go do what I'm doing and then be able to come to stream as soon as I can. That's what I would do, but I would do it on Twitter. Now that Twitter's falling apart, you need an alternative, right? So, I did announce this last night in a YouTube short. I'll officially talk about it here on the podcast today. I am going to start using the community tab here on DSP Gaming as a way to have a direct line of contact with all of you. I'm not saying that I'm abandoning Twitter. I'm not. But with all the negative stuff that we see going on on Twitter right now, and the fact that there's a lot of people who are of the impression they should leave Twitter and stop using it, I'm not one of them. I want to keep using Twitter. I definitely see value in it. But I see the writing on the wall as well. Let's put it that way. Like, I see now that this business has been bought out, and I see changes in effect that don't make sense or I don't like, and I'm like, well, now might be the time to start preparing for the worst. Even if the worst doesn't happen, it's always good to be prepared, right? I think it makes a lot more sense. I think it makes a lot more sense. I think it makes a lot more sense to have where I'm followed the most be the main place where I communicate with my audience, right? Like on Twitter, I have like just under 27,000 followers. At one point, I had like 28,000, 29,000, but they did a cleanup and I lost a couple thousand bot followers. But here on YouTube, I have over 200,000 subs. Not to say they're all active. I mean, holy shit. There's probably like maybe 5,000 active subs on this channel. Let's be honest, okay? But here's the thing. If I have more reach here, and this is my direct audience of people I need to communicate with on the daily basis, then why wouldn't I do that, right? It makes more sense to communicate directly than indirectly with a third-party site that people may or may not even follow me on, right? It's funny because when I first started here on YouTube, 14 years ago, within 1 year of me doing it, people were all over me. Phil, you absolutely need to have social media. You need it. It's very important to anyone who's trying to do anything on the internet. And I was very resistant. I was like, I don't see the purpose behind it. I don't see a reasoning. If I want to say something, I'll just post a video here on my YouTube channel, But basically, people gave me a lot of crap. And over the years, they broke me down. So in 2010, I opened a Twitter account at They Call Me DSP, but I also opened up a Facebook page that was meant to be like the official Facebook page for the channel. It was very odd because I hadn't done a Facebook page, and then I opened a Facebook page, but then other people were already running a DSP fan page. And I asked them, I said, I understand you're running a fan page. Would it be cool if we could like merge? Like, could you send your viewers over to my page so that now they'll convert over? And you all know what they said? No, we want to keep running our page. I was like, but you understand it's counterproductive. I have an official page now because you guys asked me to make it. So it would be great to have the people with the thousands of people who are already on your page to come to mine for direct line of contact with me. That's the whole point, right? I mean, your fans, doesn't that make sense? To which they said, no, we want to keep running our page. And I was like, so basically, I operated a Facebook page for several years. And then I got rid of it. I got rid of it for two reasons. Number one, it literally had no purpose whatsoever. Like, it did nothing. All I did is I mirrored what was on my Twitter, on my Facebook page. It didn't add anything. All I saw on there was constant, like, stupidity and drama and dunce level stuff. I was like, what is the purpose of this site? I just don't get it. And then in addition, what ended up happening over the years, Facebook degraded into a sewer of toxicity and scams and all kinds of messed up things. People on there kept getting hit with all kinds of terrible, advertisements and trick. Oh, click here, trick you into fucking spending money and shit. And it got so bad at one point that I announced to everyone I'm just not using Facebook anymore. So I stopped using it. And then what ended up happening was, even though I wasn't using it, my fucking Facebook account kept getting frozen. I was like, I'm not using it. I'm never using it. It just sits there dormant. And people, I guess, somehow were finding a way to either try to log into it or they were logging into it and it would freeze the account. So eventually I said, fuck all this. I closed it all. I just closed all my Facebook shit. I said, fuck that. Who needs that pain, right? It literally doesn't serve any purpose. A Facebook page, it's just, it's dunce level stuff. It's for people who don't even want to like spend a minute figuring out how the internet works, Anyway, so all that being said, I kept my Twitter account over the years. And the funny part is that the Twitter account ended up getting verified and stuff. Like, I never expected that, but it got verified, because I was being impersonated so many times by so many idiots that Twitter felt that it made sense to have a verified account so people would know the real me because I was a public figure. So honestly, that's kind of why I kept it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the Twitter account is super crucial, but it is or was the direct way that I would communicate with you guys every day if I had something important to say. It's also where I was posting up my schedule every day. But now that I'm back on YouTube full-time, full capacity, and all of my content is on the YouTube channel DSP Gaming, why would I need the Twitter account to be the main focus of my communication? It doesn't really make much sense, does it? When I could post everything up here and send that out and broadcast that out to those who have subscribed and are interested in the content, right? Why do I need to have another means of communication? So here's what I'll do. I'm not going to get rid of Twitter, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror it here on DSP Gaming. So if I have something to say, whether it's simply a comment about a game or a playthrough, whether it's a funny picture I want to share with the internet, a poll that I want to do a flash poll of or whatever, you know, whatever it is, I'm going to post it up here on DSP Gaming. I think it makes more sense. And by the way, I get more engagement here on DSP Gaming than I do on Twitter. You know, like on Twitter, I'll post up something and I'll get maybe half as much engagement as I get on my channel. Like if I put a poll up here on DSP Gaming, I'll usually get around 1,000 votes. Maybe even a little more depending on the subject matter. On Twitter, I barely will break like 500-600. Like most people just don't care about the stuff on Twitter, honestly. And what it is also on Twitter, let's be honest, harassment is a huge problem. On Twitter, you post up in reaction to something. If someone doesn't like that person or doesn't like you, all of a sudden now you're getting spam harassed, right? On your own shit. You do that on YouTube, no one can do that. Like it's not even allowed on YouTube. You can't do that shit. Okay? So, good.
That is our first bingo of the day because Phil said, okay. This is a decent start. I think this is a very decent start to the game.
Let's keep it all on here. Let's keep it in a place where people are not going to be harassed constantly. Okay? All right. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I talked about it in a short last night. I talked about it on Twitter last night and also even in the Daily Wrap yesterday. I wanted to get that kind of, you know, explained so everyone knows. Okay? So welcome to the show. What are we doing today on Sunday, the 13th of November? We're doing more God of War Ragnarok, which I'm very excited for. God of War Ragnarok, in the 8 hours I've played it right now, has been great. I really don't have many complaints. I think the one issue I've had so far is that sometimes I'm accidentally locking onto an enemy during combat, which I don't want to do. And then because of that, the camera kind of starts panning towards them instead of the person I'm trying to focus on. And it actually did screw me over in a fight last time. But I'm hoping that doesn't consistently happen. I'm hoping that, you know, I'll either get used to it or I won't accidentally be doing it, which is what happened last time. Refreshing. So, outside of that, everything's outstanding about the game. Now, here we are. The game came out on Wednesday of this week, right? This past week. It's now Sunday, so that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days in. First of all, how many of you out there are playing God of War Ragnarok? Raise your right hand right now. So I am playing God of War Ragnarok, okay? All right. Now, how many of you are having a great time with the game? Again, raise your hand. I really like the game, right? I'm along there with you. I'm really loving the game. Okay? Now, the $1 million question. How many of you out there are way ahead of me in the game? Well, I'll put my hand down, but probably the vast majority of you are going to put your hand up now. Because I told you guys this was going to happen. I played it on Wednesday. I played it on Friday. I'm 8 hours in. The vast majority of you who are playing this game have played way more than 8 hours in half of a week, which I knew it was going to happen. Okay? So, to those of you who are here to chill with me in God of War Ragnarok today, welcome. Thanks for chilling here with me, because you're not going to get spoiled, which I knew was going to happen for the vast majority of you. Most of you who love this game are going to be playing it a lot and are going to be way ahead of me. And you're not going to spoil yourselves, right? I think a lot of people were worried those first day or two. Oh my God, I'm going to be so spoiled. I knew it would happen because, again, I'm alternating. I'm a variety creator. I'm not just playing the same game all day, every day, like a lot of people are. It was funny. I saw someone post up this morning on Twitter. So, I've been playing God of War Ragnarok hardcore for 3 straight days. I barely took any breaks, and I've been playing it nonstop because I wanted to get through it, and I've just beat it, and man, it's like my game of the year, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, is that the wrong mentality for a game like this? You know what I mean? Like, God of War Ragnarok, by all reports, I don't know, I'm only 8 hours in, has an incredible amount of content. It's got so much meaningful side content, right? It's got missions that are on the level, if not above the missions of Witcher 3. They have their own important plots, unique boss fights, crazy good rewards for doing them. Can you imagine taking God of War Ragnarok, and just because you're in some really weird competition with yourself or with the internet, that you've decided to completely rush through the game and try to beat the game as soon as humanly possible, despite the fact that means that you're definitely going to hinder your overall experience with the game. You know what I mean? Like, imagine playing Elden Ring, and you're playing Elden Ring, and you only did the main requirements to beat the game. You never did any of the side dungeons. You never found any of the unique fights or bosses or the lore of the game. You did the bare minimum rushing through it, and you beat Elden Ring in like 4 days. And then you said, that's it. I beat the game. I just don't understand that mentality. But, you know, the thing is that kind of hypocritical? Well, yes and no. I would say, is it hypocritical for old Phil? Yes, because old Phil a decade ago, that was what old Phil did. Old Dark Side Phil on the internet was the guy who literally rushed through every single game to try to get a playthrough of it up on the internet as soon as possible so that he could get day one views and be the guy who had that complete playthrough up within 2-3 days. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my shtick. That was who I was known as. Oh my God, DSP will have that playthrough up this week, and we'll be able to watch the whole thing in its entirety, right? Then, over the years, as I became more of a streamer than anything else, people kind of explained to me why that was a really bad mindset, right? Like, listen, you've been playing games. In some cases, these games could be considered masterpieces, works of art. But the way you play them, because you're so rushing through them, you miss so much content. You miss so much of the very interesting plot lines, the meaningful side content. You didn't get half the, you know, the collectibles or the armor or the lore, anything, in the game. You know what I mean? And you people understand these games at a better level than you because they don't rush through them like you. Like, why are you even doing that? And so over the years of getting your feedback, I learned to not be like that. And I'm like, now, as a variety streamer, what I need to do is balance all my games that I'm playing, so I'm not just constantly playing the same kind of game over and over. But when I take a game like this, right? When I take a game where I know it's likely going to be a game that's going to be one of my candidates for Game of the Year. All right? It's the sequel to the game that was my Game of the Year 4 years ago. And I know there's going to be an incredible amount of detail, polish, fun content in the game. I am not trying to rush it in any way. Now, not to say that I don't want to play it. Full transparency, I'm craving God of War. Craving it. Yesterday, I didn't play it. Yesterday, we did Sonic Frontiers, and we did Gotham Knights. That was all well and good. I had fun on those streams, and we made good progress, and everyone had a good time. But I was craving God of War the whole time. Like, this is the game that I want to play the most right now. I wish I could play it literally every stream. But that's not going to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just won't. It wouldn't make sense if I just sat here playing God of War constantly, without breaks, without alternating. It wouldn't make sense at all. There's going to be people who are upset, who want to see the other playthroughs, people who like the variety of my channel, and are like, why are you just playing the same game all day, every day? It wouldn't make sense, right? So, all that being said, I'm very excited to be coming back to God of War today. I'm only 8 hours in. I'm actually being told I'm kind of at the edge of a big story development. I have no clue what the story development is, but apparently I'm on the edge of a good one. So I'm excited for today. We'll see how far we get in the 3 hours we play. For those of you who are here live for it, thank you for being here to chill with me and continuously support this ongoing playthrough. I really appreciate that. For those of you who are watching it on demand after the fact, please remember.
And another bingo. Phil said support, so looking ready for that. We got another bingo on the cards. By the way, guys, we got a free space. Phil has snorted at least 25 times as a free space to be used later on.
Remember, engagement is key. With a playthrough like this, leaving likes on the videos if you like them. I'm not asking for putting likes on videos you don't like, but if you enjoy the video and you leave a like, and if you leave a comment on the video, that's appropriate, of course. That's appropriate to what we're doing here. basically, that would be awesome. It would help.
I cannot ignore that one. That one was like soul shattering. That one was just, that was incredible. Phil Chandler's eating her like fucking demon or something, but what the fuck? Hold on.
You know.
Hold on.
Of course. That's appropriate to what we're doing here.
Fuck me, man. That's just, it's just nasty.
You know. Basically, that would be awesome. It would help for engagement purposes. It would make people see that I'm playing the game, and hopefully it would toss my channel into the algorithm, so that people will see the playthrough and come find it. That's the problem right now, is I'm just lost in the algorithm. You know, the channel used to be actually very, very highly recommended. It's not recommended at all. All right, to anyone who doesn't just watch the channel. I'm not even in the discussion. Okay. All right, if you guys are going to argue about nonsense, I'm just going to start timing people out. This is ridiculous. I see idiots fucking arguing in the chat. I'm having enough. All right, here we go. I'm just going to do it right now. Okay, goodbye. There, took care of it. Now I don't have to listen to this idiot ever again. Fucking morons in here trying to start problems. Okay, so, all that being said, I'm excited for more God of War today. Thanks for chilling. Let's have a great session of God of War today, and let's see where the game takes us. Okay. Later tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, is Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, just to forewarn everyone, basically this looks like this may be the final stream of Disney Dreamlight Valley for a while. And that's kind of bittersweet because it makes sense to not be doing a game like this right now. I'm in the midst of so many new releases, and we've got another major new release on Friday, and we got another one that I've actually told you guys I'm kind of delaying playing in Pokemon because it doesn't make sense to be starting it right now. And we've got another new release the week after. It's like, geez, with all this stuff coming out, every stream should be me covering a new game, right? So I understand that people like chill streaming. I do too. I like the fact that I have a game that when I play it, it's not just about the game, but about us interacting and having a lot of conversation and a lot of interaction and fun. I'm all for that. But right now, I'm literally playing 4 games. Okay? I need to finish Gotham Knights, but then we got another one on Friday. And then after that, we got another one on Tuesday. And then after that, we got the holidays, right? Holiday specials coming up. And then we got even more games. And it's like, if I don't focus solely on the new stuff, and I'm still taking streams away to do chill content, I'm never going to get through anything. All right? So basically tonight will be kind of a send-off stream for Disney Dreamlight Valley, but it's not the end. Trust me, I'm coming back to the game. Like, I like the game a lot. I like having it in a rotation for chill streams. I don't want to just say goodbye to it because I really enjoy it, but right now I can't commit to playing it. I have to focus on the new stuff. I will never make progress in said new stuff. Okay? So does that make sense? So tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, Disney Dreamlight Valley. We'll see what kind of progress we can make. We'll have fun interactions, fun conversation. If you've enjoyed anything in the playthrough up to now, I would ask if you could come by tonight and chill with me for one, like, kind of final time. That would be great. All right, and then hopefully, excuse me, hopefully, we'll be able to bring it back to the rotation within the next few weeks, but we'll see what happens with all the new releases. At the worst case, it will come back probably sometime in December when things calm down as a regular game again. All right? Cool. Then tomorrow, Monday, we're going to swing back to the opposite side of what I've been playing. It's going to be more Sonic Frontiers on the first stream. After my second session of the game yesterday, my opinion has changed a little bit. I still really like the game. All right? But definitely the game's lack of polish is starting to show. There was actually several bugs that happened yesterday during the stream that was a little annoying. And on top of that, a little bit of the wonkiness of the controls, the camera, leaving a little bit something to be desired in a lot of the cases. And the grinding style of the game is starting to take its toll a bit. And what I mean by that is by the end of yesterday's stream, I just wanted to keep going with the story, and the game could tell me, no, you must grind for more collectibles in order to unlock the next story segment. And I was like, but that's pretty much the majority of the game, is grinding for this medals or hearts or whatever it is on the stage you're on. Like, how do I not have enough? Like, I probably gathered 100. I had like 175 of the fucking things. Oh, you need more. Did you ever think that maybe if you have 175 or something, it should be enough to make progress in a video game? I'm just saying. Like, it's not like this is like a single gold piece. Like, every one of these you need to complete like a challenge or whatever to get. It's like, you know, maybe that should be enough for progress. And if your game thinks that you need more than 175 of something to make story progress, perhaps your game is a little bit badly paced. But anyway, we still made good progress in the game, and it looks like when I play it again tomorrow, we'll finish the second world and head on into the third. But basically, I definitely am starting to see the game kind of not be as good as I felt it was the first stream. I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm just saying that it seems like the formula, and this is what I said that first stream. I said, I don't know how long the formula will hold up. The formula may hold up, or it might not. It might not hold up at all, right? So we got to see what happens as I continue to play with this playthrough. Will it stay on the high level it's been at, or is it going to kind of get more tedious as we get further in? I guess we'll find out tomorrow, okay? Then tomorrow night will be Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and we have unlocked the Kastov 74U weapon, which is what I basically have spent 4 freaking hours in the game trying to unlock. We finally unlocked it, but I haven't used it yet. So tomorrow night on the late stream, the focus, all right, will be me trying to see if the gun's any good, unlocking the various different attachments for the gun, and going from there. All right, hopefully it'll be good, and we'll have a good time with this new weapon that I spent so much time unlocking. I hope. Okay? So we'll see. Then on Tuesday, which is my final consecutive streaming day this week, it'll be more God of War Ragnarok, and Tuesday night will be Gotham Knights. If you watched last night's stream, you would know that we actually made great progress in the story. We beat all of Chapter 6, and we're a good chunk into Chapter 7. The game only has 8 story chapters, but what I think we're going to do on Tuesday night is we're going to try to do the Clayface conclusion for his side mission. I think all we have is a dungeon and then a boss fight to do for him, and then that's done. And then we have the end of the game. So that's what we're going to work on. I'm thinking 1 to 2 more streams of Gotham Knights probably done. I don't think we'll beat it Tuesday night. I'm thinking maybe we're going to need 1 more like late stream, and then we can wrap up that playthrough finally, and then we can move on to exclusively new games rather than have a lingering one from 3 weeks ago. Okay? So, excuse me. So, I'm excited for what's coming up the rest of this week. Now, just to give you some perspective on what happens after my day off on Wednesday. Thursday, more God of War. And I believe I scheduled a stream of Modern Warfare 2 for Thursday night. Friday, all day long, we're going to be playing the Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil in Me. This is the latest installment of the Dark Pictures Anthology series of games. I've played one every year for the past 3 years, and you guys absolutely love these games. It's a shame that this one didn't come out in time for Halloween, because typically they do. The first one came out in the summer. The last 2 years, they came out right around Halloween, and it was perfect content for that time. Sadly, this year, it was delayed by like 2 weeks, or it didn't come out in time, so it is a little late for the horror season. But the game looks like it's going to be very creepy. It looks very Saw-esque, if you've ever seen the Saw movies. That's kind of what it looks like. I really like playing these games, and you guys seem to really like when I do my first run of each of these supernatural-style games, or not supernatural, horror-themed games, I should say. So, I think it's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm going to try to play it all day long. If I play 5+ hours, I'll probably be pretty darn far into it, which means if I don't beat it on that Friday, I could just play it the next day as the late stream and probably beat it. Usually these games are around at long as 7 hours long, okay?
I love how earlier on Phil was fucking bitching and whining about people were fucking trying to blitz through God of War, you know. It's, I played it non-stop after like fucking 4 days or whatever. I went and got through the whole game or whatever. What a great game it was, game of the year. He was whining and complaining about people fucking spending so much time immediately trying to get through the game as fast as possible to, you know, at their own fucking leisure, essentially. But then he's going to fucking do a whole stream dedicated to trying to get through a whole fucking game as fast as fucking possible next Friday. So, that's what I'm saying, it's hypocritical. It's once again hypocritical Phil Burnell on full display, where he bitches and whines about someone else fucking blitzing away for a goddamn game, and yet he's literally doing this fucking full day of streaming this one game next Friday, just in order to try and get through the whole game as fast as possible. And he wants to get done. He wants to fucking spend only 2 streams on it. I don't think he wants to give up a 3rd stream, try to get through the whole game, but it fucking makes him look like a massive fucking hypocrite. Because he's doing exactly what he complained about the other guy was fucking doing. I think Lord D-Dogs makes a fucking good goldfish memory. Bill's got a fucking goldfish memory. He completely forgets he was just shitting over someone else doing that literally about 10 minutes ago.
So, that's the plan, is to try to wrap it up within like a day. And if I do, great, then we could go right back to the rotation of God of War, Sonic Frontiers, finish up Gotham Knights, etc. That's the goal here. Because I don't want the game to end up being insanely long. And being lingering. It's a narrative-based game. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. We'll play it. We'll see how it goes. Will there be a second run of it? I don't know. Last year, you guys wanted a second run of when I played, what was it called? House of Ashes, because it seemed like there was a lot of alternate choices I could have made to change the outcome, and indeed it did. I got like a different ending and stuff at the end. It was actually very different at the end when more people were alive. Remember? So. We'll see how it goes. Do I want to do 2 runs or 1 run? We'll find out. But then right after that, the Tuesday after is Evil West, which I guess is a combination of like demons and supernatural elements with the Wild West. People have had their eye on this game kind of all year, saying it looks really interesting and unique and good, and something that would maybe be right up my alley. So I have it. I'm interested in it. But again, if I'm going to play that, I definitely need to be kind of done with the devil in me. I can't be having another playthrough on top of the other playthroughs I'm doing, and then another playthrough. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, but I'm thinking hopefully we can maybe finish both Gotham Knights and the Devil in Me over the weekend, and that way when we start Evil West, it'll be Evil West, God of War Ragnarok, and Sonic Frontiers all in a rotation with a little bit of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer kind of wedged in between when we got time. That's what I'm thinking. All right, that would be ideal basically for the end of the month heading into early December, because in early December, if you can believe it, we got more fucking games. Yeah, in early December, we got Callisto Protocol. Yeah, and we've got Midnight Suns, although I'll be honest, out of all these, Midnight Suns may be the one I skip, because if we're juggling so much other stuff, that might be the one that makes more sense. Ooh, I leveled up on PlayStation Stars. I did, huh? Congratulations. You're at level 2. They told me this the other day. You jerks. For those who don't know, PlayStation Stars is the loyalty program that Sony has. They're trying to compete directly with Microsoft and Game Pass, and Game Pass has its own kind of program, whereas you play games on Game Pass, you earn Game Pass credits or whatever, or points, and you can trade those in for like actual credit to buy games, or you can get other things with it. Well, PlayStation just launched their PlayStation Stars program, and they gave me credit for buying God of War Ragnarok, so I'm now star level 2. What does that mean? Nothing. I looked into it. Nothing. You get nothing for it. It's just an arbitrary thing to claim that you made progress. It doesn't add anything at all. Maybe eventually I'll buy enough games on my PlayStation to earn something, but basically, if you guys didn't know, Sony is so lagging behind Microsoft. This console gen is pretty funny. They launched their PlayStation Premium subscription service over the summer. They lost 2 million subscribers. They launched a supposedly better service, and they lost 2 million paid subscribers because people were like, we don't understand the change or why you're doing this. You haven't proven us value. We quit. And they just canceled their subscriptions. Genius, huh? And then they've got this loyalty plan. The loyalty plan is nowhere near as good as Microsoft. It's just a joke. It's kind of like they're really playing catch up. And, it's kind of sad, honestly, because Sony last console gen, oh my God, they were on top of everything. They were just surpassing Microsoft in every way. If anything, the only thing they've done is they surpassed Microsoft in console sales. That's it. And everything else when it comes to games, delivery of games and everything, and all these services, they're just not doing as well, in my opinion. Anyway, there you go. So anyway, guys, that's the schedule. I hope that sounds good. All right. Outside of that, I'll just direct your attention once again to the channel members. Remember, we are trying to hit a goal within the next week to week and a half. Basically, we need to hit this by around Thanksgiving. If we're going to do a Christmas marathon event, we have to have this goal hit by around Thanksgiving. That's kind of the time frame that we have. Okay, so we got about a week and a half left, because it was around that time last month when a giant member bomb was gifted to the channel. That's what propelled us from like 500 members all the way up to 1,000. Okay, and a lot of those, I mean, obviously most of those are going to be expiring within about a week to a week and a half's time. All right, so it would be great if you were interested in becoming a member, or maybe if you wanted to help out the channel and help your fellow viewer. Possibly gifting a membership to your fellow viewer is a great way to not only support the channel, but also help out someone else who also likes the content, you know, being the gifting holiday spirit, right? I want to do the Christmas marathon with you guys. I do every year. It's one of my favorite things we do, a marathon of games, me dressing up in Christmas attire, me actually drinking for once on the stream, right? It's fun stuff, but we got to hit it. And at this point, we haven't really made progress. You know, in about 2-3 weeks, we just kind of had a decline. And it's a little, is it sad? No, but it's a little disappointing, because you would have hoped that me playing all the hot new releases over the last few weeks might have brought people in. If you haven't noticed, it hasn't at all, which is very sad. It just basically means that DSP Gaming doesn't get any attention in the YouTube landscape, right? When it comes to the algorithm and stuff, no one's finding DSP Gaming as a channel to watch anymore for new releases. That sucks. All right, and in fact,
Phil, if that was okay, first things first. He literally just said, in fact, so I can take it off right there. But Phil, if that was fucking true, right? Day one of you playing God of War, you had 600 odd people, 700 odd people, 700. So you had so many fucking people. You had double your usual sort of attendance on a live stream for day one of God of War. Okay, that means that people were finding your fucking channel. Double the amount than usual were coming to your fucking channel and checking you out. Okay, so those people didn't want to come back. It's just your fucking usual audience right now. So what does that tell you about what they fucking thought? All those fucking new people, the double attendance, because you had fucking far more eyes than usual on your channel, on your content, on your live stream. They didn't come back, Phil. They found your channel. It was on the algorithm. They fucking picked up from the algorithm and they fucking came along to check out. They didn't stay. That's all on you. They weren't fucking entertained enough by you to stay and think, I'm going to check out more of this. At least not for the live streams. But for the fucking, you know, on-demand content, who knows, perhaps. But for the live, on-demand streams, they didn't want any more of that shit whatsoever. It's all on you. Don't blame YouTube for fucking algorithm goddamn bullshit. They were there, they didn't fucking like what they saw, and they didn't come back. That's the simple truth of the fucking matter, Phil. Accept it.
someone had actually wrote me an email yesterday and basically said, you know, it's not that you're not successful, because you are. You have a channel that has a dedicated fan base. People support you, obviously. But it just sucks. You're not the old DSP that people went to watch all the new games anymore. Now you're a DSP that people who have an acquired taste for you will support, but you're not bringing in those kind of viewers anymore. And what this person actually suggested is that rather than focusing on new release after new release after new release during this time of year, that I only pick and choose very few. Like maybe I would, in 1 month, I would only play 2 new games. So I guess this month, if you were to look at all the games coming out in November, right? I definitely would have played God of War Ragnarok, but I would have had to look at all the other games, right? So I would have to pick and choose. Let's just take a look. So in the month of November,
guys, I'm going to get myself a drink. I'm going to keep it plain, but you guys need to fucking listen out for anything that happened in the bingo card and him snorting as well in case there's any more ads. We don't actually need to worry about snorts. We've actually got over 25 snorts. We've got a free space there. But it's not a stiff drink. No. I'm just going to grab some cola. I won't be too long, but just keep a wee ear out for me, guys, please. I'll be back in 2 minutes. But yeah, I'll just keep it plain on. And you guys make sure I don't, please make sure I don't miss anything in the card, because this is a strong card so far. We're doing quite well. Hi, by the way, to everyone. It's fucking we got some new people joined in the chat because I think they were on that being said or something. So hi, hope you're all doing well.
so far, we've had Sonic Frontiers, God of War Ragnarok, Atari 50th Anniversary Collection that have already come out. Okay. Then we got Goat Simulator 3, The Devil in Me, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, and Evil West. So, I've already skipped the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. I'm going to skip Goat Sim 3, and I've already explained to you guys that I'm probably also delaying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Not that I'm not playing it, but I'm just not playing it at launch. Okay? So what this person is suggesting, and I'm not mentioning their name, because personally, obviously I don't want someone to be fucking exposed on the internet and get harassed or anything. But they sent me a really lengthy email basically saying, I like your channel, I like your content, I've been around for a long time, here's my suggestions. Okay? So what they're saying is, I would only pick like 2 games this month. Like I would have played God of War Ragnarok and one other. Out of all the other games this month, only pick one other game. And those I would play. And then after that, I would basically just do older games and downtime content or content that's more catered towards my own audience rather than, oh, a hot new release. So some of the examples they suggested, although...
Shut up, Phil. I'm back, by the way, guys. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, please let me know. But yeah, I'm back.
Admittedly, I don't know if these are definitely ones that would work. A playthrough of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, citing that I hadn't played Dark Souls 2 in many years.
You boring bastard. I'm going to fucking make this 1.25 speed.
And people really come to my channel for From Software content, and seeing me suffer in it and to see me do another run in that game might have been popular. Turok Evolution. I don't know who would want me to play that, but they apparently want to see me play that. Ratchet Deadlocked. I don't know who would want to see me play that. But again, this is, and this is the weirdest suggestion of all. Street Fighter 5 saying, yes, you're going to lose a ton if you play Street Fighter 5, but if you started playing Street Fighter 5 now, okay, basically you would get kind of hype building up on your channel, people getting used to you playing Street Fighter for when Street Fighter 6 comes out next year, and maybe make positive progress towards it, So, first of all, Turok, I don't think anyone's going to care about that. Ratchet and Clank, can I be honest? Ratchet and Clank has never had traction on DSP Gaming, ever. Any new Ratchet and Clank game I played, no one really cared that much. When I played the retro ones, no one really cared that much. I think Ratchet and Clank at one point had a pretty big fan base, and sadly has kind of fallen into, I don't want to say gaming obscurity, but basically they're not, it's kind of like the same situation with Halo, you know what I mean? These are franchises that at one point they were like huge, giant face of the franchise kind of deals, and then over time, even though they do still have their fan bases, sadly, they're not prominent like they used to be. Okay, I'm not saying that if I played a Ratchet and Clank game or two that people wouldn't like it. I'm just saying I don't think they would have the impact that this guy is saying. You know what I'm saying? But with Street Fighter 5, here's the thing. I understand the intent behind the suggestion. I do. The intent behind saying, hey, Phil, play Street Fighter 5 now is you're not going to get good at it. You're going to suck at it, but at least you're going to get your foothold back in Street Fighter. People can get used to watching you play Street Fighter 5 maybe once a week, so at least they're used to seeing you play fighting games in general, right? And then, that way, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, it's not like, oh, it's a shock, Phil's playing a hot new fighting game, and now he's going to cover it in depth or whatever. Like, for example, that Street Fighter 6 closed beta weekend was very interesting. And the reason that closed beta weekend was interesting was because I had two groups of people who were butting heads on this channel. Absolutely. We had the regular viewers, who usually are around for variety content, and although some of them were more open-minded and were willing to watch me play Street Fighter 6, a lot of them were like, oh, this isn't what we're here for. We're not here for 3 days of Street Fighter. You know, we like the variety. We wanted to see more than this. And they would watch one stream and be like, I'll be back when Phil's done with this. But on the flip side of that, that weekend, no exaggeration, I got like almost 1,000 new subscribers. And they were legit subscribers. They weren't the bot account shit that was happening. They were like legitimate people who said, wow, Phil's playing Street Fighter again. I guess I'll come back and I'll subscribe. And hopefully, you know, when Street Fighter 6 comes out, he'll give it a shot and this will be fun content to follow. So that was interesting. That I definitely saw a boost to the channel's attention that one weekend when I was part of the closed beta. And so I feel when Street Fighter 6 comes out, as long as I give it a fair shake and I play it a good amount and I try to learn it, I might see an actual healthy increase of attention here on the channel again. Because honestly, I'm not seeing it. Take a look at God of War Ragnarok. Not to say that I'm not appreciative of those of you who are watching it and tuning into the streams and watching the playthrough, but have you seen the views on it? Part 1 of God of War Ragnarok from last Wednesday doesn't even have 5,000 views yet. Every part after that, okay, I take that back because now I'm looking, the views did go up. So part 2 and 3 each have around 2,000 views on them. Talk about a fall off from around 5,000 down to 2,000 views. So less than half the people who watched part 1 even bothered watching part 2. Okay. And then when you get into the further parts like 4, 5, and 6, there's even further drop off. You want to talk about the God of War I played 2 days ago when I came back from break on Friday? Don't even have 1,000 views. And that's in 2 days.
Welcome to DSP Gaming. Who the fuck actually wants to fucking watch our content, Phil? You can blame the algorithm as much as you fucking want. It's all down to you. The content's not fucking worth watching. It's not the fucking YouTube's fault you're a boring bastard.
Hey, you know, so what I'm seeing basically is that this person is right. This person who wrote me the email is absolutely correct. There are not people coming to DSP Gaming anymore to watch me play the hot new releases. There's some exceptions. Elden Ring earlier this year was the most successful playthrough I had done in like 4+ years. It really blew up on the DSP Gaming. People liked the way I attacked the game.
They liked the fact that I wasn't pussyfooting around the game and avoiding bosses. I was really doing my best. Remember, I wanted to beat that horseman that night, right at the beginning of the game. I wanted to kill the dragon as soon as I could. You know, I wasn't, oh, I'll come back later. Now, fuck that. I'll do it now. And people liked that. Even though I died a million times, people really liked that attitude that I had and the fact that I was openly exploring everything in the game, you know, and that playthrough likely will remain the most popular playthrough that I've done probably for years to come. I really feel it will. It was a unique thing, right? But outside of that, me playing new releases just does not bring eyeballs to the channel anymore. And I have to agree with this person who sent me this email. However, the question is, what do you do then? What do I purely cater to the audience that I have here that loves my content? If that's the case, what do they want? Because it seems like that's not always an answer that I can get a definitive answer from you guys. When I ask you, what do you want? One person will say, oh, I want you to play Pokemon. The other person will be like, well, I want you to play more God of War. Then the other person's like, you know, I really miss Street Fighter. And I get all these different answers, and I can't really get a definitive, this is what you should do. You want to know a perfect example of that? So yesterday or the day before, someone said to me, will you be covering the Game Awards coming up in December? And I said, covering, sure, we'll talk about it. And they said, oh, well, will you be doing a live react? And I said, well, you know, this year I did a bunch of live reacts for these kind of press events and things. They didn't go so well, right? I did a live react to Summer Game Fest. I did a live react to, there was a Sony, I think, and also an Xbox press conference. And when I did the live aspects of those, didn't get a lot of attention, didn't get a lot of views when I did them. Didn't get a lot of views on the on-demand videos after. The funny part was, when I did my typical recap reactions video, after the live react, meaning I let all that information sink in and then I went through the list of notes that I had taken. I said, this happened, and here's my thoughts on it. That got more attention and views than the live reacts, you see? So here's the thing. Do I do a live react to the Game Awards or not? Some people want it, some people don't. There's no definitive, oh, here's your answer, Phil, from my viewer base. And I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know what to do about a lot of these things, honestly. I'm kind of on the fence, you know? Like, for example, there's some things that are easy answers. Should Phil play Callisto Protocol? Freaking yes. That's a game that people are going to want to see me play. It's horror. It's the follow-up to Dead Space, which is one of my favorite franchises that I've ever covered for YouTube, right? Like, on all cylinders, the answer is yes for that one. That's like a no-brainer, right? But then when you ask about other games, you're like, I don't know. Should I play Evil West? I don't know. You know, I don't know these answers. I need your feedback on this kind of stuff, okay? So please give it to me. And, you know, what I may start doing is polling and stuff as well. Like, let's say, for example, in the next month, I have all these games to choose from that I should do playthroughs of, and maybe I should poll and say which one is the one you guys really want, and I play the one that wins the polls, right? Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. I got to think about it. But I kind of am leaning towards agreeing with this person. Now, I'm not saying, don't worry, I'm not saying that this time of year I'm only going to play 2 games a month. That's ridiculous. But, yeah, I mean, me trying to cover all these games, just in the last month, right? Here's the new releases that I covered. Oh, I deleted them all. Oh, shit. I deleted the ones off my list that I already played. Let's try this. Let's do it this method instead. All right, just in the last month, right? I covered, hold on, because YouTube is only showing me 10 playlists and all of its genius. Okay, here we go. In the last month, I did a full playthrough of Evil Within 1. I played Scorn, right? I did Resident Evil Village DLC. We did the Halloween Marathon, which is always fun. I did a Plague Tale Requiem. And then I did the story / campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm doing the multiplayer of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right? And now we're doing God of War Ragnarok, and now we're doing Sonic Frontiers. And by the way, Gotham Knights basically took forever and didn't finish. And now we're struggling to finish it because I was doing so much else all at the same time. Would it have been possible for me to pick and choose maybe 1 or 2 less games in that rotation? And then basically said, okay, maybe if I didn't play Gotham Knights, or maybe if I didn't play Plague Tale, or maybe if I didn't do, I don't know, the story of Modern Warfare 2, maybe if I cut a few of those out, I would have been able to focus more in on the things people wanted and got more progress in them. And maybe we'd be able to keep more games in the rotation that you like. Like, for example, some people are actually expressing a lot of sadness that tonight is the final stream of Disney Dreamlight Valley for a while. And I was explaining, there's no way I can keep that in the rotation playing as many new games as I'm playing, right? Maybe I shouldn't play as many new games. Maybe I should cut back and play 2 less. And then I should keep the chill games in the rotation, right? I don't know. It's basically, the way I see it is, we need to figure out what to do with this channel. Now, by the way, I'm not complaining. The channel is doing well. Even though from the outside you may look and say, geez, Phil's playing a new release and it doesn't even get 5,000 views anymore, right? Right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you there. But at the same time, understand, the support on the streams is great. So I'm not complaining. Even though the viewership has dwindled, if anything, what this is showing, let's be honest here, is that the people who support this channel have always supported it, and everything else was just periphery views. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point, a lot of people were coming to the channel and watching the content, but they weren't supporting the content. They were just here to watch. a lot of those people have gone, but the people who actually really like the content are still here and are still supporting it. Because I haven't.
Well, you say people, but it's like fucking like a small fucking handful of people that are really the main fucking benefactors. They're the one, for fuck's sake. Let's just. I seen an interesting tweet from Piece of Peace the other day where they said like 30% of all contributions were from the same one person for the last several days. That fucking, what's his game? Hang on, what's his fucking name? Serious fucking guy. It's like 30% of all contributions for like the last 3 days or some pish was all from them individually. 1/3, essentially, of all contributions towards DSP gaming, all from one person. I mean, you think of the fucking, he's actually doing well. He's actually doing decent the last few days. Yesterday was not a great day for him. It was a decent day. $155 and tips is still a decent day for Phil Bonnell. It's a good return. But, he got lucky to hit this hat goal. He was sitting for a while, like on like 60 odd bucks, and then somebody came out of the fucking blue without even a fucking message. Some random person never heard of before just dropped $37 and it's like, okay, Phil, time for putting the fucking hat. There you go. Phil, after 30 minutes or so of playing Golf Nights last night, was on $55, and he stayed there for the next 2 hours without a single fucking tip. And you could tell he was getting a bit annoyed as well when that happened to him. But I mean, the support for Phil, Phil's had amazing fucking support the last few days. Look at the greens and blues here. Blue means that he got over, his total for that stream. So it's like you hit all 3 goals, it's blue. If you hit a goal, it's green. If you hit glasses, it's fucking yellow. So, very good support for Phil last several fucking days. Even if you count the fucking night streams. There you fucking go. It's $2,646 within the last like fucking what? How many fucking streams is that? Within the last 12 fucking different streams. 12 different days of streaming essentially. I just fucking did this fucking off, yeah. But you get what I'm saying though. Phil's had a very good fucking time of it lately, but he's fucking delusional. He thinks he's fucking got lots of people supporting him. It's a small fucking handful of people. A couple of whales essentially are keeping him afloat.
Seen any kind of a dip in support at all, because oh my god, the sky is falling. It looks like your overall views are down on your hot new release playthroughs. Okay, but I'm still doing just as well. So does it matter? I guess not, right? It's funny because you see these biggest YouTubers out there with their
No, Phil, I'm not going to let him slide. You're basically just fucking admitting that you don't care how well your channel does as long as you get money. You're literally just saying you don't fucking care how successful your channel is in terms of the metrics of it, as long as you get that bag. I'm going to use Phil's own fucking terminology against him. Fantastic. As long as Phil gets that bag, then fuck how many views he gets on his fucking videos. That's what he's saying to his audience right now. As long as those fucking dentheads keep fucking paying him and he gets that fucking bag from them, that's all that fucking matters to him. Doesn't matter if his channel's fucking prominent or whatever, doesn't matter if he's fucking doing well in the fucking algorithm. As long as those same fucking dentheads keep making sure Phil gets that bag from them, that is all that matters to him. Fucking hell, fucking free time. I was going to rewind and play it one more time just to kind of hear him say that and confirm that.
Dip in support at all, because oh my god, the sky is falling. It looks like your overall views are down on your hot new release playthroughs. Okay, but I'm still doing just as well. So does it matter? I guess not, right? It's funny because you see these biggest YouTubers out there with their millions of views, but how many of the people who are actually doing that actually are supporting the content or care about it, and how many are just there to say, I'm watching this because it's known to be popular. They might not even be watching because they like it. You just watch it because they know it's popular. Oh, I'm told this is popular, so I should watch it, right? I think what happens is you get a more dedicated, a more invested group of viewers here on DSP Gaming because they're used to the style that I put out. They like the content I put out, and they want to support it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, right, I still think we should cover major releases. Like, are you kidding me? If I could skip God of War Ragnarok, I'd be kicking myself in the ass. God of War is my favorite game of 2018. I want to play the sequel, right? But at the same time, maybe this person's onto something, that with the decline of the popularity of new releases on this channel, because this really is a channel for a dedicated viewer base rather than the mainstream on YouTube, and maybe I should cater to that and I should work with that. You know what I mean? But what is the best solution for the future? I think this is the discussion we need to start. I do feel that way. Like, we should start looking at things in a different way. All right? I'm never going to be I'm never going to be Maximilian. I'm never going to be an Angry Joe. Because people always constantly compare me to these people I'm not. I'm never going to be an ultra popular YouTuber who's known for covering fighting games, but it branches out and does other stuff. I'm never going to be a high-end reviewer with skits and shit. People always want to tend to compare me to things that I'm not even on the same scale of, you know? Typical example. What was it last week that I addressed that Moist Critical compared me or brought me up in a comparison to Boogie? Boogie. Do you know who Boogie is? He's a YouTuber with 4 million subscribers. He used to have 5 million. He used to put out videos that on the daily would get hundreds of thousands to millions of views. All right? This guy was exponentially more popular than...
Well, you've not told us why he's fucking similar to you. All you've done is fucking compare how fucking bigger he is as a YouTuber. The comparison was not necessarily about fucking channel size. It was about the sort of fucking personality traits that you fucking both exhibit. It's particularly when he was fucking in full beg mode because he's fucking broke now. You share the same fucking personality traits because Boogie's into a fucking beggar, and he's kind of stealing your shtick for that. And you are primarily known as a fucking beggar on fucking YouTube, Phil. Even the fucking biggest YouTubers accept and are aware that you are a beggar.
Than me on YouTube, and then they bring me up in reference to someone like that as if it's the same comparison. It's not at all. It never was. When people always compared me to the Angry Joes and they compared me to, you know, other content creators, it was never a direct comparison. It was kind of an unfair comparison that was never in scale. You know what I mean? So to me, all right, I think like what we need to do is start being more realistic about who I am, the content that I put out, who watches it, and how to go.
I can tell you who you are. You're a fucking arsehole.
How to proceed, you know? And I think the course here is not how to make DSP gaming hit the YouTube algorithm right, and now we get a bunch of new viewers coming in to watch the content. I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of what we need to do is find a way to cater to those who are already here, who are dedicated, and then to convince slowly.
Who's this wee fucking bullshit? You speaking French? What you need to do is fucking deal that shit. This is your fucking channel, Phil. This is your fucking livelihood. You deal that fucking nonsense. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Wee. Fuck off, you little Frenchie.
A few other intelligent people to come here and say this is why this content is what you would want, as opposed to all the other very commercialized, very homogenized, very similar content that you can find on YouTube. Let's be honest. The content on DSP Gaming is pretty different from what you would find on a typical I make a living doing gaming channel on YouTube, right?
Yeah, because most people fucking make a living on YouTube or putting out content that's worth fucking watching and that gets supported because of it. The content you're putting on YouTube is fucking garbage. That's why you fucking can't make a living on YouTube based on the content alone, and you're relying on your fucking dent heads to fucking give you money every single fucking day to keep you afloat. That's a fucking difference maker right there, Phil. The other fucking content on YouTube where people making a living on YouTube are fucking having a great fucking time getting good fucking support back from the content that they're producing, that they're putting their fucking hard work and effort into. They're the ones that are fucking getting the most out of that fucking, you know, content they're fucking providing to their viewers, and their viewers are supporting that, and also they get good views or whatever, and the ad revenue is pretty decent. They also might get sponsorship opportunities as well. They might partake in those opportunities, and they basically just don't have to fucking demand from their audience that they have to fucking step up to make them have a comfortable fucking life. That is a big fucking difference right there, Phil. Your audience are basically fucking, you know, leeched. You're a fucking parasite, Phil. Leeching off that goddamn audience of yours every single fucking day, trying to squeeze as much fucking money at them as fucking possible. That's the difference, Phil. That's why your content's so fucking different. Because your content's not fucking good enough to make a living off, and so you fucking turn to your audience and have to fucking make up the difference. It's a big fucking difference.
It's funny because every night as I'm going to sleep, I typically open up my YouTube app now and I just start scrolling through what's popular on YouTube. And very few long-form gaming channels like mine are even surviving. What everyone has had to do is jump basically on top of these trends. Constantly, you have to come about a video. Oh, what happened to this person? Or what happened to this YouTuber? Or what happened to this game? Why did this game fail? The top 10 worst, the top 10 most disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like some kind of a researched docu-vid about something negative or toxic. Like, that's what's popular on YouTube now. And it's weird. It's very weird. That's, you know, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much, Shaheen. So Super Chat says he acts like his channel is the Siege of Sarajevo. Well, that's I'm a little bit ignorant in my history. The Siege of Sarajevo. I do. I've heard of Sarajevo. I'm just not too sure what the siege of it was. But yeah, Phil's channel is not fucking. I'm saying like I mean, I fucking got to love Phil's claim to YouTube fame. Essentially is I've been here a long ass time, and I'm still here. It's oh great, so you're doing well for yourself. No, not really. The siege of Sarajevo was the longest siege in the history of modern war. Thank you, Heinz, for educating me. I do appreciate it. So longer than the 100-year war then. Okay, cool. Although apparently the 100-year war wasn't actually 100 years. I'm just getting I'm off topic now. But you get what I'm fucking saying though with Phil. Like his claim to fame, he talks with fucking YouTube, is the fact he's been there a long fucking time and he's still here. And it's like, and naturally, your first question about that would be thinking, oh well, they must be quite successful then. They've been doing this a fucking long time and they're still on YouTube. And you go to the fucking channel, it's like 200,000 subscribers. And it's like, really? Okay. And you fucking look at the views they've got, and it's like, fucking not even 1,000 views on these videos. What the fuck's going on? This guy's been here, he's been here a long fucking time on YouTube. He brags about how much of a fucking original fucking, originator of fucking Let's Plays and all that shit, kind of fucking, he's been doing this longer than everyone else, and he knows what he's fucking doing and all that shit. But he's barely getting support. Well, so does he do this full time still? Yes, he does. So how the fuck is this guy making money? And you check into the live streams, and it's like, that's how he does it. He begs and 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 begs until his fucking audience give him money. That's how he's still around. Okay, Mr. Successful YouTuber. Okay, good point. Aye, right. Gregor Lake says Phil's claim to fame is continuing to avoid a real job. It's impressive, yeah. Phil's fucking, he avoids fucking, actual fucking responsibility like crazy. It's fucking unreal.
Some of this is the easiest shit you could do. I've seen people do, like the history of classic Street Fighter, right? A video that just does a montage of here's all the history of Street Fighter and how it progressed over time with commentary over it. Millions of views. I'm like, I could have done that.
But you didn't. You could have done it, Phil. But you didn't.
In fact, I have more knowledge than the person who made the video.
But you still didn't do the fucking video. It doesn't matter. It's not about fucking how much fucking knowledge you've got in the fucking topic at hand. The fact of the matter is somebody had a fucking idea to do a video. They put the effort into that fucking video. They made the fucking video. The video got popular. And obviously it's informative enough to actually fucking keep an audience engaged, whatever. And basically, they had a good idea. You didn't have the fucking idea. You're jealous that you didn't do it. And now you're fucking just taking it on the fucking guy that done a video because they fucking had the sense to fucking do this video. And you're just as if Phil's gonna fucking spend time doing this fucking video anyway. I could have done that video. Fuck Phil. When you gonna fucking do that video? Mister, I have no fucking free time to do anything. Fucking jealous bastard, man. Somebody does a video on Street Fighter about the fucking history of it, and Phil's just jealous as fuck that someone else actually did something that he could have potentially done and done it before him, and he missed out on that opportunity. Jealous little bastard, man.
I lived it. I grew up doing that. And I look at the content like, this is it now. This is what YouTube is. It's become this weird place where everything's almost the same. That's what's popular on YouTube. There's always a fad. And that's kind of the fad right now. Do I want to do that style of content? Not really. Do I enjoy doing edited content? I do. I've done it before. I did it on KO Gaming for a whole year, and it was popular, and I had 1 million view videos on there. But to me, as a gamer, I prefer to chill with you guys, have social interaction, and enjoy games on a daily basis. That's really where I enjoy doing the most. For me to say, guys, I'm going to do an edited style video that's like a documentary about the history of something that I know. And by the way, that means that now I have to cut down on half of my streams this week in order to do voiceovers, to get the footage together, to edit it, I don't want to do that. I like being a streamer. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my audience is. I know that. I'm not saying that if I made a video like that it wouldn't have quality to it or maybe become popular. What I'm saying is it's not for my audience. My audience is very different than that mainstream YouTube audience.
Oh, you're not trying to. The whole fucking point of you making a video like that is not for your audience. Your audience is fucking like 100 people. Okay, that's a bit fucking mean. Your audience is like between 500 and 1,000. That's your actual audience, so between 500 and 1,000. The idea of you doing a video like that, some kind of fucking well-edited, well-crafted, some knowledgeable fucking video on some fucking thing like this, the whole point of that is to try and reach a bigger audience, to try and reach out to fucking the ones that are not aware of your fucking channel, who might be interested in the fucking topic at hand, who might be interested in the experience you've got to fucking, what can you fucking provide with your own experience playing these fucking games and all that shit. And this is the thing. But that's Jesus fucking Christ. He's basically admitting to everyone that he fucking knows his content is fucking garbage, and he knows that he's got to rely on his actual audience he's got now because he's not really going to fucking grow as much as he was hoping for. So he's relying on those fucking same dentheads to fucking pay him every single fucking day. As long as those guys fucking keep forking out all the fucking money, you know, every single fucking day, as long as they keep giving him $150 or $200 every single fucking day, then he's set. He's good. He doesn't need anything else, as long as he gets $150 to $200 in tips every single fucking day. And as long as you fucking keep becoming a member as well, as long as you become a fucking Patreon, as long as you fucking like the videos and comment the videos, not shit, as long as you keep fucking giving super thanks and super chats. Every single fucking way you can fucking try and squeeze money at those fucking dentheads. As long as they keep fucking paying up, he's gonna be just fucking fine.
Audience, right? But what I'm looking at is, what do we do to make DSP Gaming better for you, the core viewer, who's here every day, who's watching this, who wants better content? What would be better content? Does it mean to skip a bunch of new releases? Like right now, we're in the busiest time of the year, and I'm trying to juggle the new releases, and I'm having a tough time with it, right? I am. I'm absolutely having a tough time right now, juggling all the new releases that are going on. Admittedly, it's not easy right now, okay? Should I actively be skipping new releases to do other styles of content, right? I guess that's the question right now.
Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
And I would absolutely love feedback on it. Okay, the more feedback I get, the better about this kind of stuff. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know, you know, what it is that you want from DSP Gaming. Because at this point, I think I do need to start listening to the viewer base and say, instead of, it's not the same formula every year, where every hardcore gaming season I now try to play every game. Instead, it would be more of, you know, what's going to entertain the audience that's here to support the content. You know what I mean? I think that's more important than me just pumping out new release playthroughs constantly. I do feel that way. I feel like, you know, we're in a situation here where it makes more sense to open up to the audience and get your feedback than just ride the same formula I've done forever. So if you feel, right, if you feel that there's something different that I should be doing, please share. I'm open to suggestion. You know, let me know. Okay? Let me know. Because it's not going to be about this anymore. Support, like again, I'm playing God of War Ragnarok. I've been playing it since Wednesday. It's an insanely good game. I cannot wait to play it more today. I'll be playing it constantly for the next month and a half. You know, look at the views. The streams do all right. I'm not complaining at all about the streams, but the YouTube views for a new release, you wouldn't even know it. It's basically got the same views as any other game that I've kind of played in the last couple of months. And it's one of the hottest new releases, if not the biggest new release, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't seem to me like it's, you know, the old formula really applies anymore. So what do we do about that? Let's have a conversation. Please send me your feedback. As always, you guys know the avenues to do that. You could talk to me on my streams. You could comment on this video. You know, you leave comments all over the channel. There are many ways you can reach out to me. Like this person, you can write me an email, because that email was very informative. Although I don't directly agree with some of the things they suggested in there, the games to play, I do think that maybe it makes sense that maybe playing the same new releases as always every hardcore gaming season isn't really affecting things positively anymore, you know? So there you go. All right. In regards to like news and stuff, I don't really have much to talk about today. What I would say is the one thing that you guys may not be aware of in regards to all this Twitter drama going on, something I personally discovered based on a couple people who were posting up on Twitter yesterday. You can tell the difference between someone who's actually really verified on Twitter.
Oh my fucking god, he's actually going to fucking make us a fucking... Oh my god. He's basically just going to fucking now tell everyone, rather than just fucking tweet about how he's so fucking stupid on Twitter, they had no idea this fucking feature existed. He's now going to tell everyone openly in his podcast how much of a dumb bastard he is. Guys, if you've not seen this, man, you got to fucking... If you're not aware, Phil tweeted this out last night. I'll show the tweet first. In case you've not seen Phil's tweet, here's a tweet. You can actually tell if someone is really verified or not, or if they paid for it, by touching the blue check mark on their account. Yeah, that's been around forever. But, you know, as you could always fucking click on the fucking, you know, check mark, and it would tell you this information that it's a verified account. That's not a new thing. You could always click on the tick and see if it's a verified account, and it would tell you. This little kind of blurb of information at the bottom of it is not fucking, you know... Hang on, it's like 25 fucking comments. This fucking person had no clue. Queen Rose, fucking hell, man. I fucking love that. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I think he might even tell someone who's earned it and not subbed. Potentially, it could potentially mean that, who knows. Let's see what he says.
And someone who paid for it. Because what you need to do is if you click on their blue verification check mark, a pop-up will appear. Okay.
A pop-up has always appeared though, I'm pretty certain. Maybe not always, but I'm pretty it has always appeared though. Although we've also recently had a thing where you can buy your fucking tickets as well recently. And I guess that's what Phil, I might be what Phil was alluding to. At first I thought, oh fuck, you can actually, I thought you just fucking aware that you could, click on the fucking, check mark and see it fucking tell you it's verified. And I just thought, what the fuck are you talking about? So, aye. Phil was not very clear, I guess, in his wording originally. But yeah. He's going to talk about Twitter shit again.
Okay, and that pop-up. Hold on a second, because I want to read it to you word for word, because I actually am really verified. The pop-up will say verified account, and then there's two different descriptions that appear under it. The first says, this account was verified because it's notable in the government, news, entertainment, or another designated category. Meaning, you legitimately are verified. You got verified at some point, that's how you got your check mark. Okay? Now, the other thing is you click on it, it'll say, this account is showing, is verified because, if you can believe it, this account is verified because you're part of Twitter Blue. That's all it says. So apparently it's saying, you're verified because you basically paid for it, you schmuck. That's what it says. So if ever you're on Twitter and you see someone's got a blue check mark, you're like, I have no idea if this is someone who's legit or just some asshole who paid, $7 or whatever. All you gotta do is click on the blue check mark, you'll get your answer. Okay? Not to say that just because someone's verified on Twitter that they should have any more prominence or clout or be trusted as an authority on anything. I don't think that ever should have been the case. If anything, it just means it's the real person. No one's impersonating them. That's all it ever meant, right? When I got verified on Twitter, did that immediately make me some kind of a prominent guy on Twitter? Of course not. All it means is, hey, this is the real Phil. No one's fucking around and trying to impersonate him to get him in trouble. That's all it means. So I don't know why people ever took it as anything more than that anyway. Regardless, I think it's kind of stupid. So. Now it's funny. Guys, can I be honest with you? Because I'm going to directly address something that people are saying in the chat, all right? Because I have to disagree. What have we been saying recently? All right? When I hit 40 years old this year in April, we started having a conversation, right? We did. And what was that conversation about? The conversation was that as I get older, all right, I'm going to have to change up who I am on the internet and the content that I put out, right? We had this discussion that eventually I'm not going to be able to play as many video games. I'm going to get older. My hand-eye coordination is going to start to go. I'm going to start to get carpal tunnel. I can already tell you I'm getting it in my right hand. I felt it this year. Definitively, there were times when my right hand had pain and stiffness and really was not feeling good. All right? Not every day, but some days. And the older I get, the worse this is going to get. Right? We know this. Okay? So what do we talk about? We talked about diversifying my content. And how do we talk about doing that? Well, by doing more things that are not gameplay related. Right? And there was different ways we talked. We talked about maybe branching out my content to talk about other topics. We even said eventually as I get older, maybe we will talk about things like politics and stuff like that. Maybe we'll talk about current events. We talked about that, right?
I have a feeling that he's bringing us up because his fans in the fucking chat or whatever were not actually too pleased that he was bringing up random Twitter stuff. So that's what I'm saying. This is why fucking it's like DSP gaming. They close in the fucking title gaming. But yeah, he fucking talks about all this fucking other shit is not gaming related, like the Twitter drama and all that shit. And his audience is calling him out for this. His audience is actually calling him out for this. And he's not happy with it. So this is his fucking rant about trying to fucking, I'm going to diversify. Then why do you fucking rebrand your channel, Phil? If you're not just purposefully and specifically a gaming channel anymore, then you should really rebrand yourself. Because DSP gaming is not DSP gaming anymore if you're going to diversify. And go into things like talking about dramas, shitting on the internet, and react content or whatever, and talk about politics maybe.
And then one of the things that I definitely started doing this year that was very different, right, was the react content. That you guys liked me starting to react to things, whether it was someone else's documentary or video, whether it was, live events, whatever it was, you liked the react stuff. And we did a wide variety of react stuff this year. I reacted to horror-themed content on the Rob Gavigan channel, multiple documentaries about other content creators like Wings of Redemption or Keemstar, but then also documentaries about me, right? And giving you my take on things about me. Hell, the John Rambo Howard react video. Holy shit, right? That was pretty groundbreaking, what I did. So you know what I'm saying? But what's funny is everything we talked about earlier this year makes sense. But then there's people who, they're still stuck in a mindset that it's 2010, and they're like, well, Phil, you should just stop doing the podcast. Or you should really have a very short podcast and just get right into gameplay. It's like, you completely missed the point. Really, you have. You've completely missed the point of everything we were saying this year, that this year I needed to make a concerted effort, all right, to not just focus on gameplay. There has to be a change on this channel that I'm not just doing gameplay, because that has to change over time. I'm going to get older. People are not going to care as much about the gameplay anymore. I'm not going to be able to do as much gameplay anymore. I'm going to want to branch out and do other topics and other things. So that's what I'm trying to do. When I do the podcast every day, if you haven't noticed, it's not just me talking to myself. We're talking about topics. We're going back and forth. I'm responding directly to things that you guys are saying, right? People are telling me the podcast has its own following now. It's not just, oh, it's Phil killing time on a pre-stream before he plays games. It's Phil's podcast is its own show that we follow. And a lot of people even told me, we just watch the podcast. We don't even come for the gameplay anymore. We don't care about that. That's a good thing. All right? So how are you then going to tell me shorten the podcast or do less podcasting? That was what we said we were going to do earlier to change things this year. And this, I'll be honest with you, is very frustrating to me because I listen to what people tell me directly and I hear everything in my head. I say, okay, you're going to get older. You're not going to be as good at games. The gameplay on YouTube isn't even as popular anymore. Diversify your content. Do different kinds of discussion content. Do react content. I do it all. Phil, you're doing it wrong. Your podcasts are too long and you need to play more games. It's like, what the fuck did that come from? What are you talking about? No, that's not good feedback. It's just not. Saying, well, we directly told you at one point to do all of this, so you did it. Oh, that's wrong. Go back to how you were doing it. That's not good input. It's just not. I need to have input that's going to be decisive and helpful and constructive. Not, oh, we asked for all these changes, so you did them, and now go back.
Well, little bitch.
So Galactic 8 says have a set time to end the podcast so people can just be here for gameplay when they know exactly when to be here. But people do know when to be here. People know in general, it's around between 12:30 and 12:45. That's when the gameplay starts every day. And they know to expect 3 hours of gameplay on the first stream and 2 hours on the late stream. That's bullshit. There's no one who's that dumb that doesn't know when the game starts. Who the fuck? I do it the same every day. Yes, every once in a while the podcast runs a little longer, by maybe 15, 20 minutes if we're on a hot topic. Who is so dumb? I'm sorry, I just don't think my viewership's that dumb.
Yes, they fucking are. Trust me, they are that fucking dumb.
Oh, I have absolutely no clue when Phil starts playing games, despite the fact it's literally the same time every day. I have no way to know. Someone guide me and hold my hand. No, I don't think that people are that dumb. I'm sorry, I just don't. That sounds dumb. That does not sound valid to me. You know? All right. Anyway, I will welcome input. All right. I will welcome this kind of stuff. Let's keep the discussion going, but it's staying in line with what you guys are saying. It's 12:13 p.m. Pacific time. And if we keep talking, we won't get to gameplay on time. And then there'll be people who are so confused. They won't know where am I? Where's the gameplay? I thought it was where's the God of War? Oh my God, I'm so confused. What's happening here? I don't know when Phil plays game. So we don't want that to happen. So I have to move on. We can't even keep talking about the topic because I'm being forced by the viewers to move on. You see what the point I'm making here? You see how silly this is? You see the point? The criticism I'm getting in the chat is your podcast is going too long, but now you guys want me to talk longer about that topic, which makes the podcast go longer. Okay. Let's just get to shout-outs. We started off today with Serious7, who did a $5 super chat. Good to see you, Serious7. He says, I'm roughly 50 to 60% done with God of War so far. That does include the side content. I've not finished the story, though. I'm not rushing. I just have a lot of time to play this weekend, and that makes sense. You are taking your time. You're having a good time with it. You're probably going to beat it within a week to 2 weeks, right? Admittedly. If that's if you have enough time, because I'm sure you're not going to have nonstop time to play it. My wife also has been playing a lot of it. She doesn't have nonstop time to play it. You know, she has work and she...
Hooray! He's talking bench his family. That's family talk, and that is another bingo right there. Diagonal line from top left to bottom right. That's another bingo.
Has things, you know, things around the house to do. She's not just sitting there playing the game all day. But she's got pretty far, and she's really enjoying it. She's actually really enjoying watching me. She wants to watch me play today on stream, because she likes, you know, the game so much. She wants to see me enjoy it as well. But the point I'm making is you didn't beat it in 2.5 days, like this person I was criticizing on Twitter. He said, "Oh, I finally, after 3 nonstop days, I've beaten the game." I'm like, dude, you didn't do shit. You know, you skipped the 90% of the content that was in there just to fucking beat it right away. Like, what a stupid move, especially a game like that, right? Anyway, thank you very much, Serious7, for that. And then Rotom Electric did a super chat, says, "Are you planning to improve the channel even more?" No. What I've decided to do is I'm just going to freeze.
It's a good fucking question, and it fucking gives you a chance to fucking tell your fans what you have in mind. You have a fucking good chance to fucking explain to your fans your actual plans for your channel moving forward. You've already talked about fucking getting a new computer. You can expand on that. Instead, you're going to act like a fucking little bitch to this guy that's asking a legit fucking question. Don't be such a fucking cunt, Phil.
Just going to completely freeze the channel and do absolutely no improvement. All right, that's just be a cynical answer. Of course, I'm always looking for suggestions for improvement. I absolutely need suggestions for improvement. Send them my way, okay? The crunchiest onion. Did a super jazz. I think it's good to start to think about future content. It's going to get harder to game each year. I think you said this during the Street Fighter 6 beta. You're right. Let me, in a nutshell, me trying to get into anything, okay, at the age of 40 is way harder than it was back in the day. You know, you're talking in 2009, Street Fighter 4 came out, right? And I was 13 years younger. I was 27 years old. It was very easy for me to jump into a new fighting game with new game mechanics and get used to it and, you know, grind, right? Because that's what it's called, grinding. Having to play the shit out of the game to learn the mechanics and get good at it in a short period of time. Playing that Street Fighter 6 beta for 3 straight days was actually very stressful for me. All right? I want you to understand that. A lot of people make fun of me for that. Oh, what's so stressful? Because you don't understand. If you don't play a game at a competitive level, you would never understand. In 3 days, I tried to speed learn a game. I didn't play Street Fighter 5. So I tried to speed learn Street Fighter 6 from scratch. And by the end of the 3rd day on that final stream, it kind of clicked. And if you watch me do that run with Ryu, I actually got some pretty good wins and everything was starting to click and make sense. And then the beta ended. Okay? That's a lot harder for me today to do that kind of stuff. You're absolutely right, Crunchiest Onion. It's not like it used to be when I was younger and everything had reflexes and everything was adaptable. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough. But the thing is, if I do put in the time and the dedication, and if I stick with it, meaning let's say if I start playing Street Fighter 6 right from the get-go, and even if I get my ass handed to me for weeks, if I stick with it, it's going to eventually become muscle memory. It's going to become this knowledge that kind of runs through my head naturally. I don't even have to think process. It's just kind of there. It's kind of like whenever I play Street Fighter 2, I don't have to think about it. I don't. I could literally start playing any version of Street Fighter 2, pick a character, and start playing at a decent level. I don't even have to think about the matchups or anything. It's all just naturally ingrained in me from the years of experience. I need to get that in a game that's competitive like Street Fighter 6. And that will come with time, but Crunchy's Onion is correct. It's going to be much harder moving forward as I get older to play at any kind of a competitive level in any game. And that's what I mean. Like, moving forward, I think I need to diversify. It can't just be about the gameplay anymore. There definitely has to be a commentary aspect to it. There has to be an analyzation aspect to it. We do a podcast every day. Maybe I do need to maybe once a week do a show that's not gameplay and it's something different. Analyzing stuff that happened over the week with games or a game, you know. At one point I wanted to do a game news show. The thing about a game news show is I don't know if there's enough out there to really do one because you really got to stretch for topics. And a lot of times the show would be like, there's not much going on, boring, right? I don't know. We'll have to think about this. Let's think about these ideas. All right. Okay. On the tip side of things, first of all, early this morning, I received a $5 tip, okay? And it's an insanely long message attached to it, all right? All I'm going to do is read this. Ready? It's a $5 tip from an anonymous tipper. So first of all, let's get that on the internet, on the leaderboard.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Profit for Super Chat. It says we've gone from lag, dropped inputs, dropped frames of animation, cheating, to its age being an issue why he sucks at gaming. Yeah, he's fucking every excuse under the fucking sun, essentially, you know, it never ends. He's always got a fucking excuse ready, you know. Oh, my opponent's cheating, whatever, you know, he's fucking, you know, he's doing some lag abuse or so, you know, it's bizarre. Every excuse under the fucking sun. It can't be the fact that I'm mad at Phil's just fucking not good at fucking games. No. It's all sorts of things. God damn you, being old, it fucking caused me to be bad at games. If I was some young, youthful, sprightly, 28-year-old person, I would have been kicking this game's arse, but sadly I am now 40, and so I am falling apart at the fucking seams. Get to fuck, Phil. Get to fuck. Like, I've seen 50-year-olds that got fucking better, better reactions than Phil. It's not about the age necessarily. Yes, with age, you fucking get slower reactions, but shit. But the fact of the matter is, Phil's not done himself any favours to try and keep sharp. He's done himself no favours whatsoever to try and fucking stay mentally sharp, whatever, and physically fit. He's just sat in his fucking arse all fucking these last 14 years, just waiting for fucking people to give himself fucking money. While I fucking yelled at him. Dashy says, feel free to mention the stuff we discussed yesterday. Are you talking about the karate stuff, Dashy? If you're okay with me mentioning that, I will. I think it's pretty cool fucking news, but I wasn't sure whether it was fucking, fair game or not. But, I mean, hang on 2 seconds. Fuck. Sorry, I just seen the fucking thing. Okay. So I might need hang on. Random off tangent thing, however, but Dashy sent me a wee thing You can't see. Hang on, two seconds. Well, 2 seconds. I'll just put it on that for now. Script. So, but 2 seconds, guys. So, that actually sent me a wee thing the other day. Phil's 40 years old and he's whining and bitching about fucking, oh, I'm falling apart and I can't do shit anymore. So, Dashy sent me a message on Discord the other day. And he's saying, my mother became the female seniors 4 to 6th UK champion at GKR Karate and I'm not going to say where. Dashy's mother is 56 and she became a karate champion, a UK karate champion. So, and she's got a defence of that title in March, and if she wins that, she's off to Australia. Dashy's mother's opponent was 83 years old. So, an 83-year-old was competing for a karate championship. And also, this is a thing where Dashy's mother was able to win that, but at the same time, it's one of those things where Dashy's mother could go, you know, she's in her 50s and she's got a chance to potentially go to Australia to fight for, you know, to fight there for karate, which is fucking nuts. It's pretty damn cool. Like I'm saying, and Dashy was like happy enough for me to share that because he's fucking pointing out the fact of the matter is that these people, Bill's 40 and he's bitching and whining about fucking falling apart. Dashy's mother, as he says, is 56, and the opponent for Dashy's mother was like 83, which is very impressive. That's arguably even more impressive. An 83-year-old is is like actually competing for a karate championship. But it's one of those kind of things. And but it's pretty fucking cool, you know what I mean? But I'm saying, no, age doesn't stop you from kind of achieving some of these pretty mental things in life. Phil was just fucking using it as an excuse. Yes, obviously, you know, with age you will fucking slow down over time, whatever, you know, it's just natural. But it doesn't stop people from trying to still push themselves and achieve things in their life and, you know, achieve big things in their life. So yeah, well done to Dashy's mother for, you know, kicking ass in karate. She beat up an 83-year-old. It sounds a bit mean when I say it that way, but you get what I'm saying. Well done to Dashy's mother, and good luck with a title defence in March. Anyway, back to the bingo.
Okay, so FYI, let's read this now. It's a huge message. I'm going to read it. I'm going to do a quick response. Phil, I was just watching your old Quiplash video. That's the funniest shit ever, and I'm sure a lot of the fans and trolls alike would kill to see you play that on stream again. Maybe you can make it a membership goal in the future, because I notice most membership goals are hit just because one person ends up gifting a lot of subs. For something like this, a lot more people would buy subs on their own, or possibly continue to sub, because these are people who would actually be willing to spend money, and not actually people who are just lucky enough to get their membership. And yes, obviously there would be a lot of trolls paying who would say stupid and offensive stuff, but I think as long as you condemn what they're saying, you wouldn't get taken down. Your video would maybe just be demonetized for what they're saying, because YouTube isn't nearly as sensitive as Twitch. I'm referring to the Asmongold situation. Just a suggestion, you don't have to address this on today's stream, but I'd appreciate it if you do, or at least say something that you and I, and then he's typed so many characters that it actually cut off. It's pretty difficult to type too many characters that PayPal cuts you off, but they did. Okay. I will address this as briefly as possible. I appreciate the suggestion, but you have to understand that one thing that I've learned over the years, all right, is that when you provide an avenue for people to be toxic and to troll, all right, basically, you will get that. You're basically inviting that behavior. All right? And if anything, in the year and a half that I've been a full-time content creator once again on YouTube, when I came back to DSP Gaming from Twitch, we have done a concerted effort here to try to make it that the content here is controlled. It is what I want to put out. It is not taken over by any set group of trying to derail shit or whatever. Not to say that that doesn't happen when I get, you know, I take the bait and I fall for shit and I talk about dumb stuff, right? But in general, the content here remains kind of drama-free, remains way less toxic than the shit that I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't invite that behavior. There's a reason why I don't do public lobbies with people in modern multiplayer games. That invites the toxic behavior, right? The moment, if I tried to open up a lobby in Call of Duty, you'd have people coming in there on the mic being disgusting. You'd have people coming in with names that are racist and names that are sexual, disgusting shit, names that are personally insulting. They do it on purpose. Like you're enabling those people to have a voice and get attention, right? If you haven't noticed, not doing that shit, I've been fine. It's not like I need to feed that audience to retain support. I hate to say it, there are some content creators out there that have kind of gotten so swarmed in the toilet of toxicity around them that they use that as a way to capitalize and try to make bank on it, and I'm not one of them. If you haven't noticed, I'm not trying to create, oh, let's feed the trolls, let's do a whole troll thing today, let's have the trolls pay to do things on my streams and shit. I don't do that, okay? I just don't, I feel like that would very much lessen the quality of content here on DSP Gaming. on the reason I'm just making a buck. All right, I'm not here to just make a buck. I'm here to put out meaningful content for you guys. All right, and you guys have told me
meaningful. He keeps fucking saying it. Phil, it's hard to fucking imagine Phil's fucking content getting worse than it actually fucking is already. But Phil thinks that him fucking trying to invite trolls to fucking sabotage things would fucking make it less meaningful. SCP Sophie says, you know, a good streamer could just put this shit up on YouTube as is and make a killing. Hell, Jerma has a page and people watch the hell out of them. Well, it's one of those fucking things. Phil hasn't got good ideas for fucking content. He thinks this fucking ad react thing is going to fucking make bank for him. I don't think so. Also, he had to fucking beg people to fucking submit more shit. Phil had the idea to fucking react to fucking advertisements, old advertisements. He didn't submit any whatsoever himself. He was hoping his fucking audience would come through and do all the fucking hard work for him. And suggest all the fucking things for him to react to. So he can fucking make bank in it, essentially. But he's a lazy bastard when it comes to his fucking content, and all he fucking does is just do the same old shit he has been doing for the last several fucking years, and relying on his fucking debt heads just to fucking give him money. And any time money dries up, it's the fans that have got to fucking deal with it and step up. The black shirt is worn, you know, and the black shirt begging videos comes back. But Phil was a wee bit in beg mode the other night there. He kind of brought back during the gameplay a wee hint of begging again, so it's nice to see the begging segments creep back into his content once more. He's been trying hard to avoid begging flat out because of fucking getting called out by most critical lately, but it looks like it's coming back.
The other content creators force people to pay them to play in a game, force people, you know, or they purposely do a stream where they let the trolls in and then they make money on it and stuff like that. I don't care. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to enable that kind of behavior. When you do that, essentially what you're doing is you're condoning it. You're saying, oh, that's fine. As long as I personally benefit from it, I don't care about that kind of behavior. I do. I don't want that kind of toxic behavior on this channel. You know, when I was playing Quiplash years ago, I didn't really understand what the game was at first. When I played it, my God, you guys saw the insanely nasty stuff that was said. Once I've done it once or twice, why in the holy hell would I then say, let's do it again? Oh, because you'll have more people become paid members of your channel. And so I make a few more bucks and people are insanely disgusting and toxic. No, you don't enable bad behavior just to make some money. No, I'm not going to put out that shit. I'm just not. I appreciate your suggestion. You're looking out for my best interest. I get that. You're basically saying, hey, Phil, it would be great if maybe you could get some more members on your channel. People would definitely become members to see this kind of toxic content. I don't care. I don't want to have toxic content on DSP Gaming. That's not what I do. They want to do that content, they could go do it on their own restreams. They could do it in their own circle jerking channels.
Could have fucking fooled me. Phil has no toxic content on his fucking channel. Could have fucking fooled the shit out of me.
Not what I do. They want to do that content, they could go do it on their own restreams. They could do it in their own circle jerking channels out there. They're, you know some of them, right? You guys have told me about some of the names of them. I couldn't believe someone came on my chat the other day and they said, someone's name is actually Duty. He makes a content, his name is Duty. His name is actually Duty on YouTube. Okay. At least you're properly descriptive of yourself. I really thought people were fucking with me. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh my God, that guy's actually Duty.
And then there's me, the king, who does bingo. Quite wholesome content if you ask me.
Wow. I mean, that really shows the level of intelligence of these people, doesn't it? He named himself after fecal matter. Good for you. Anyway, no, I'm not doing the toxic content, okay? Let them do it on their own channel and keep it over there and keep it off of DSP Gaming. Let's continue. All right, so Snow Carl is here. He's tipped me $1. He says, everyone loved your Elden Ring videos because you weren't pussyfooting around and challenged yourself. You playing on easy is part of why no one watches God of War. No, because I'm not playing on easy. And if you ever say that shit again, which is blatant misrepresentation of the facts, I am going to treat you appropriately, all right? No, you don't get just to say here because you tip me $1, make something up. I'm not playing on easy. I'm playing on the intended difficulty, the default difficulty the game developers put into the game. And if you have a problem with that, you can go watch someone else who cares about the size of their e-penis and wants to challenge themselves in their first run of the game. Personally, I know the game so long. I want to be able to get through it in a reasonable amount of time. I don't want...
Well, you can't fucking, stay up, look at the people bragging about the e-penis, and then you fucking mock another YouTuber who struggled in the first boss that you beat easier than them. You had an easier time on the first boss of God of War compared to another person, and you were so fucking smug and you thought that person was so fucking garbage at what they fucking done. To me, that's you fucking bragging about your e-penis because you fucking beat it faster than them. And you're determined as fuck to not be called the fucking worst YouTuber or whatever. You're determined as fuck to have This Is How You Don't Play not be about you anymore, but about this fucking other random person that you didn't name instead. You want to talk about fucking bragging about your goddamn E penis, Phil? For fuck's sake, man, just look in a fucking mirror. The king of hate is still alive and well. Well, maybe not fucking well, he looks fucking pale and he's probably fucking dying. All these fucking appointments he's got, not shit that she's not fucking disclosing with his audience. Probably got the diabetes.
I want to be dying constantly and having this be a 4-month-long playthrough, because then everyone would just complain and say that it's too long and too lengthy and why did he do that? So I know what I'm doing. I should cut the bullshit and stop making shit up, because you like to cater to fucking my detractors. I'm not stupid, Snow Carl. I know what you're doing. You do it every time, pretty much now. You're always bringing this kind of toxic shit up, and I don't appreciate it. Okay. Then he took another $1. He says, suggestions on what games to play. I think you should refrain from playing games like Sonic or a princess game. Sonic or a princess game that might have 1 to 2 guys supporting it. It harms viewership. If the streams only have 150 people tuning in, no one talk. All right, I'm just going to ignore him from now on. The princess game. Okay.
To me, I don't actually know what game he's talking about, but I'm pretty sure he means Disney. Yeah, Disney Dreamlight Valley. When I heard Princess came, I just kind of thought, okay, that's probably Disney or whatever, because Princess is Disney, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of princesses in the Disney universe. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably quite a few of them in the game itself. I imagine. I've not played it, so I don't know. But you think a Disney game would fucking have quite a lot of them for sure. But it's a good fucking point though. In fact, let's be honest here. Let's look at the fucking metrics. Yesterday, Phil played Sonic Frontiers, which was lucky to get $100. Gotham Knights, which barely got over 55. In fact, he was stuck at $55 for fucking 2 hours flat. And Disney Dreamlight Valley didn't even get glasses. The last time he played it. He is lucky to be doing well in these games financially. Compared to God of War, which is obviously making bank right now for him. He's played this game 3 different times now, on 3 separate streams, God of War. And he has made almost $500 in tips from just 3 separate streams. God of War is obviously the fucking popular game right now for him to play. It's the one that's going to make him most, bank. And yes, Phil, you fucking say you don't care about fucking money. But at the end of the fucking day, if you're fucking putting out content which not many people are fucking, putting money towards because you're fucking playing Disney, and you're fucking playing Sonic, then it might make more fucking sense for you to just stick to fucking games that do make you the fucking money. It's just called being a smart business person.
All right, Snow Carl, thanks for nothing. Thanks for the $2 in nonsense, and I'm not even answering your dumb shit. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, dude, fucking, you gotta... The sad fact is, Snow Carl has a very intelligent brain in his head. He just chooses not to use it. He just, he'd rather pretend like it's funny to joke about the things I do on the streams, to bite into detractor memes and shit. He thinks I'm dumb. Like, how dumb do you think I really am? Do you not think that I know that you're watching their content, that you're probably in one of their streams right now talking with them, and you probably brainstorm about little things to ask me with your little dollar tips? Like, how dumb do you think I am? Really? And it's not like we haven't talked about this before. You're just, goddamn, dude. At this point, I'm just not going to pay attention to you anymore. I'm just going to say thanks for the dollar tip and never read your message ever again because you're an idiot. Or at least you act like one on my streams to get attention. So I've had enough of your nonsense. Okay. Phantom Lowcraft. The super chat says, "Are you bring back Hate Live?" Well, Hate Live basically is now the Level 1 podcast. Let's be honest. I basically do a show like that every day, right? What I'm saying is, rather than just doing a generalized podcast every day, maybe what we should do is once a week do a show that's different. That's like a gaming commentary show, right? Where maybe I could hit upon all the hot topics in gaming, talk about all the gaming news that happened that week, talk about my thoughts about the hot new releases that happened that week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the Level 1 podcast is a daily show, just to cover the things going on every day. But if I did like a weekly commentary show, and what that is not, it would not cover my gaming schedule. It would not cover anything about the ins and outs of this channel. Instead, it would be a one time a week show that kind of summarizes all the things that the week in gaming. You could cover all the hot topics that happened in gaming. I could talk about the games I'm playing and my thoughts about each game I'm playing, right? Something like that. So instead of just being general news and commentary and interaction with you guys, it's like a gaming commentary show. Something like that, right? And
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Very much to Quasar so Super Chat says this is always going to be the issue with Phil. Feedback will just always be twisted as negative and will refute all of them until big YouTuber says so. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's funny how Phil fucking ignores the comments and opinions of fucking people that are fucking obviously miles below him in terms of numbers and metrics. His audience, he thinks, is below him. Every single fucking person in his audience is below Phil because they're the ones that are on his channel giving him money. So Phil is naturally not going to fucking take their opinions that fucking seriously. People like fucking Moist Critical, also a fucking massive YouTuber or whatever. Even guys like Rich, Phil was quite respectful to Rich until Rich flat out came out and said that he believed, you know, Secret Limited's video on WWE Champions. That is what fucking killed him. So until then, Phil was kind of like so with Rich. Obviously, he wasn't happy that fucking Rich went back and forth with kind of how he's, you know, how he felt with him. But he was accepting, you know, because Rich is a bigger YouTuber, he's got a fucking million subs. So he was kind of okay with Rich until Rich came out and basically supported a detractor flat out and said to his own chat, I believe this video, I believe it's a detractor video, saying Phil has a problem spending money in WWE Champions. If any big massive YouTubers that do that, Phil probably can't do the same thing with them, just fucking bitching while I'm moaning at him, but he's going to fucking make sure as well that it's funny though, because these bigger YouTubers, you know, at first he always acts so fucking, you know, this kind of strange fucking bit of respect he has for him. He doesn't have respect for the fucking YouTuber, he has respect for the fucking numbers they have behind him and the potential they have to potentially destroy him and bury him if they felt like they fucking wanted to do that. So he has to try and do his fucking best to appeal to them, to not come across as a fucking toxic piece of shit to them. To his own audience, yeah, he doesn't fucking mind doing that, he's going to be his usual toxic fucking self. But these fucking bigger YouTubers, oh fuck man, the whole demeanour changes for Phil. He busts out the sir. The sir gets fucking brought out. You know, oh sir, hi, well, you know, thanks for talking about me, sir, whatever shit. Fuck off. Fuck off. Let's see. Phil is on 71 likes so far, but he might be playing gameplay, but I'm not sure. I am behind. Yeah, Phil's already started gameplay. So we're not going to get a Bubbles free space. No 100 likes free space, but we do have a Snort free space. But I still need Phil to say tired, Q&A, good news. We need him to give a thumbs up, we need him to fold his arms, and we need him to get $15+ in tips. Well, we don't need all those things, we need all but one of those things, and we can use the free space for the one that's left over. Hopefully we get it. Grey Fox says, even when bigger creators state the obvious, he always retorts with, he's been doing this for 14 years and knows better. Example when Machinima asked where his channel was going. Pretty much, I remember if I can try to, you know, encourage him to expand out, whatever, and maybe do some commentary, you know, commentating and fucking fighting shit. And Phil's like, why would I do that? My fucking channels, I'm doing great at my channel right now, why the fuck would I expand and do that? No, fuck off. Phil never saw the fucking point in trying to expand himself and branch out and make, you know, gain potential skills in other avenues. The thing is though, Phil could have very easily been a commentator for Street Fighter. He is obviously fucking knowledgeable of Street Fighter, and gaming grew and grew and grew over the fucking last 10 years. You know, esports is a massive fucking thing. And he could have easily become a fucking commentator in Street Fighter if he had fucking played his cards right. Because it's undeniable, Phil does have a bit of a gift of a gab. He can fucking talk like 90 minutes about nothing. Waste everyone's fucking time. But he's like, he is capable of fucking just, you know, stringing shit out. But it's one of those things where he just blew an opportunity. He had an opportunity to fucking do something, maybe branch out into that, and he just shat over it because he is doing well with YouTube and he was only focused on making that bag.
A gaming commentary show. Something like that, right? And I'd have to think of a better name than The Weekend Gaming because that's so general. I need to think something unique, right? I don't know. It's a thought. It's a thought to have, right? Okay. Well, the daily raps are completely different. The daily rap is just summarizing what I did during the day, and the daily raps are very short. I mean, in general, a daily rap video is 5 minutes long. That's no big deal. I'm talking about like an actual show. A show maybe like one night a week for a late night stream, 2 hours. We do, I'll just call it The Weekend Gaming. That's not what it would be called. We think of a better name, you know. And it would be a summary of what new games came out that week, how well they're received by the public, if I've played them, my thoughts on the games, any other game news going on that week, kind of like that style of a show. Yeah, we'd have to think about it.
Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his content.
Would I consider a co-host or someone making the weekly gaming news show for you? Making the show for me? No, but maybe having someone be a guest every once in a while. Have someone call in and want to talk about a certain game or a topic or something that's going on. We could do maybe something like that. The Level 1 podcast is not the time for that. This is the intro to my streams of all day. But if I had a dedicated show once a week that was a podcast, then I could have a guest or something call in. Yes. That would be the time for that. Something like that. Yeah. Call-ins is Troll City. I'm not going to let general call-ins. I mean, people I know. Other content creators, people in the industry, people who I have contact with who maybe want to come talk and they're not just be troll idiots, Jade says, I'm ready for War on God of War and Mickey Mouse on Disney tonight. Sounds good, Jade. Today's going to be a good day of streams. It's going to be a good balance. I received a tip from Series 7. It's a weird amount. $11.13. He says, have a great stream. Enjoy God of War today. Try to do all your side content as it comes up because it's worth it, brother. Thank you, Series 7, for the tip. Biggest tip of the day. It's a weird amount. $11.13. Probably a currency conversion, I would guess. Thank you for that. That is the biggest tip of the day. So,
and we have another bingo because he's got over $15+ on tips so far for this podcast. So fucking ready for that. We have one more bingo and we are 5 away from a full house. Technically 4. We have a free space mind with a snorts, so we're technically 4 away. We need 4 of those 5 things to come in, and then we can use a free space.
So far, and let's get a nice animation for you to say thank you. Appreciate that. Dancing in the closet. All right, guys. Oh, it's today's date? Oh, I didn't even think of that. He's right. It is 11/13/22. I didn't even think about that. 11/13. Yeah. I totally didn't even think about that. Right over my head. Woo! You mean we're still not in June? I'm still waiting for Summer Games Fest. All right, guys. Great podcast today. Thanks for listening to me, Gab. Appreciate that. And I think it's time to get the show on the road with God of War. I'm dying for content here. I want God of War. We got to jump right. In fact, I'm not going to even think no break it up. We're going right into it today. I don't care. We're going right into it. Right away. Right after this. Okay. Now let's get set up. What's funny is some people react differently to that every day. So people are like, all right, he did it again. And then others are like, what the fuck is that shit? I guess some people don't pay attention to the end of the show. I do it every day. I've done it like every single day. By the way, this is way, yeah, here we go. It was like way out of the, not where it's supposed to be. Here we go. Here we are. And move this, scoot this over. Let's get it turned on, right? I'm gonna have the fan go higher. Man, it's hot in here today. Go on 2. Go with 2 fan. Whoa. Oh, righty. Here we go. Turning on it is. Here we go.
Shut your hole.
All right. God of War. Oh, yeah, the God
Shut
of War.
up, bitch!
He wants to kill you. Oh, there's an update. Shit. It's downloading an update? That sucks. I didn't know there was an update for the game. I hope it's not huge. Because I wanted to start right away, and now I gotta fucking wait.
Dumb bastard.
Oh, God of War.
I muted him. I actually just muted him. I don't want to fucking hear him fucking sing. I literally just muted him. Fuck off, man. I feel like I'm just want to fucking skip. Oh, hang on. What? Right, let's do it.
Is it down here? Notifications? Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh, it's a big update.
13 minutes? What the fuck is this? I guess it did download. Because I had this plugged in already. It downloaded, it's just installing it. Okay, at least it's downloaded. It's just doing the install. That's not that bad. That could have been a lot worse, actually. See, it's just doing the, it says it's copying, so it's just doing the install. That's not bad. That'll be like just a couple minutes. No big deal. All right, crisis averted. Let's not freak out. That's not a big deal. Because like I said, I had this all plugged in and ready to go, so it did download the update automatically. It just didn't install it yet. I guess it has to install when your console's on. That's a little weird. Take your break when it downloads. See, I don't have to, though. Like today, I don't have to pee or anything. I'm fine. I was ready to jump right into the gameplay. Now we gotta wait. What's for dinner? Baked chicken with mashed potatoes and green beans. Although, usually we have chicken thighs, but here, what's happening is, this happens every year around this time of year, is the grocery stores tend to only stock what they feel people want for the holidays, which is incredibly stupid. Allow me to explain. Normally, you go to the grocery store any time of year, and they're going to have a produce section. They're going to have a meat section, and all that's going to be a variety of stuff. You want chicken thighs, you want chicken legs, you want chicken breasts, you want whole chickens, you want whatever. It's all available. This time of year, because it's about to be Thanksgiving in the United States, which many of you might not understand if you don't live in the United States, giant time of the year for big meals, turkeys, family get-togethers. Half of the meat section just becomes stupid ass like family dinner style stuff. So giant turkeys, all right, or giant fucking hams, all right. Now, spoiler alert to those who don't know, no one eats fucking ham on Thanksgiving. People maybe eat ham on Christmas. They don't eat ham on Thanksgiving. But for some reason, every grocery store decides to have a giant section of fucking hams right now. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. All right. So normally I go to the grocery store and we get, we love chicken thighs. That's our favorite. We get chicken thighs. We bread them and we bake them in the oven. It's my wife's recipe where she seasons the breading and makes it herself. It's really good when she makes it. Okay. They don't have chicken thighs at the store now. Oh. What do they have? Well, they have the drumsticks. Drumsticks are the worst. I don't know who eats drumsticks. They're terrible. Drumsticks have little meat. A lot of bone, a lot of stuff you throw out. They're so overpriced because you end up with so much waste on a drumstick. I just feel like it's like one of the worst things of the chicken to eat. Drumsticks and wings, those are shit. Really. Chicken breast, that's the way to go if you want white meat. And the thigh, that's the way to go if you want the dark meat. I don't know why people would be wanting, like a drumstick. Of course, they have a million fucking drumsticks, right? I don't want that. What they did have was, what they call chicken leg quarters. All right? Chicken leg quarter essentially is a quarter of the chicken. And so the front half of the chicken is like the chicken breasts, the wings. The back half is the legs, the thighs, and the butt and all of that. So what they basically do is they just cut the whole chicken into 4, and you get a giant quarter of the chicken. That's what we ended up getting. So it has the thigh on there, but it also has like the drumstick and a bunch of other additional meat and thing. So that's what we're having today for dinner. We're going to have a chicken quarter, breaded and baked, along with mashed potatoes and green beans. Of course, you gotta hope it cooks the same way, because the chicken quarter is thicker.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, more money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Brad Burnham for Super Chat. It says, I like to think that the family advert stuff in the store at Phil Goes To shows a man, a woman, and a cat. That would be pretty fucking funny. Just like the average family this fucking Thanksgiving time, it's just a fucking picture of like, some guy with an oddly shaped head, some big fat fucking horse looking woman, and this little fucking random declawed pet cat. The perfect example of a Thanksgiving family as they're wanting to enjoy their meal together by going to their favourite grocery store and not be able to get their fucking desired chicken thighs.
So it might actually have to be cooked a little bit extra, so that's not raw in the middle. But it should be good. Series 7 says our house is the host house. We have two 25-pound turkeys. Oh my god. I talked about this on the stream the other day. So first time in years where we had to kind of get our own turkey, because my parents usually order us something from online, but this year they said the only turkey they could find online was smoked, and we don't really like smoked turkey that much. So I went to the store, and like the cheapest turkey I could find was like $35 to $40. It was like 36 something or something like that. And it wasn't even that big. I picked it up easily. It wasn't like a heavy turkey. I picked it up, I'm like, this is $36 for this fucking turkey. Like, it's kind of a ripoff, right? So that's when I ended up getting the turkey breast only. What they do is they cut off the wings, they cut off the legs. It's just basically kind of the central meat, and it cooks way more quickly. Excuse me. Jane says, can you help Mickey Mouse tonight? We'll see. In fact, yeah, Mickey has a quest for Minnie, right? Maybe we'll do that tonight. Maybe we'll focus on the Mickey Mouse quest to help Minnie tonight. Good suggestion. Stylish Jones says, Phil, I wanted to briefly correct you. Eating ham on Thanksgiving is super common. That's why stores sell a lot of them. And to say it isn't is erroneous. That is absolutely incorrect. And how dare you say such an erroneous bad thing on my stream? I would not allow that misinformation on DSP Gaming. I'm sorry. You've now received officially 3 demerits. Hold on. 3 demerits. There you go. You just received 3 demerits, Stylish Jones, for saying that on my stream. Unacceptable. Ryan says, I hope we all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you. Me too. I hope we all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Some of you, I'm sure, will be here on Thanksgiving with me. For Ask the King, holiday Ask the King, right? And by the way, thanks. In the last couple of days, a few people have posted up quite a few more nominations for ads for me to react to on the Black Friday Ad Apocalypse React Spectacular. I'm happy. I'm getting more and more submissions. I'm like, wow, these sound really good. Someone, I think, submitted Japanese McDonald's commercials. I was like, oh man, can you imagine what those are going to be like? That shit's going to be great, because not only do you get to see completely different items that they have over there, but I'm sure the ads over there are of a different style than we have in the US. We're going to be laughing our asses off. Snowcrawl says, what's his demerit count? I don't think they make numbers low enough to count that. We'd have to actually contact like a mathematician and say, what's the lowest, most calculated, lowest number you've ever done? No, we're not doing Dead by Daylight as a chill stream soon, Euphoric Joker. In fact, we're phasing out chill streams to play more new releases. But we might do it eventually. How's Jasper today? He's being silly. We have, basically what we do every morning is we take a few peanuts and we put them in a little bowl and we put them on our back porch and we just see what happens. And some days nothing. And some days some cute birds come by and they grab some peanuts and fly away. Various different birds, little finches, sometimes big Stellars, jays. And then we've got a family of squirrels that come by and grab peanuts. And there are various different shapes and sizes of these squirrels. There's one big one that I think might be like a pregnant mother. And then there's two other adults that come by that are smaller. And then there's one that's like an adolescent with a very, like you can tell it's much smaller than the others, probably much younger squirrel. So what Jasper likes to do in the morning, he watches the wildlife. As they come by and maybe grab a peanut or two, he just sits there and he's all excited. So if there's a bird, he'll lunge at the back door as if he's going to catch the bird through the door. Which is pretty funny. People got in trouble for doing that at your last apartment complex. As long as you're responsible and you clean up, it's allowed here. So allow me to give you an example. If you put shit out there and you just leave it there as a mess, here's the problem. You can attract the bad element. At night, you could get rats. You could get raccoons. You definitely don't want that. You want to have the friendly element, some birds, some squirrels. That's fine, and that's welcomed here. But if you're messy and you just leave shit out, that's dangerous, and that could be actually very potentially bad for the neighborhood. So basically, you have to clean up. So what we do is we put some peanuts out around dinner time. We check, and if there's any left, we bring them in. You only have them out there like during the daytime hours. You can't leave them out overnight. That's when you bring in the vermin and stuff. Mocha Madness did a super chat. I visited Japan to get away from America. I got greeted with Ohio. Shaking my head. Why are they saying a U.S. state? Oh, my God. Are you allowed to have a bird feeder? Yes, we are. Those are allowed here. But again, you have to be responsible with it. You can't have a bird feeder and then have a giant mess. You'll get in trouble for that. It has to be cleaned up. Because again, you don't want rats and shit coming by. That's not good. Some people say they have moles in their yards too. Like actually moles living in their goddamn yards. Which I can imagine could be pretty annoying. To have moles digging up holes in your backyard. I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather, No Sleep Real Vibes. I hope you should feel better. Professor Cookie says, I want to say I enjoy your streams. Thank you, Professor Cookie. I appreciate that. All right, guys. We're about to jump back in. Hello, Jared28. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Welcome to the stream.
That door's barred. They must be trying to keep something in.
You don't
oh, shit.
Like to secure the spare bedclothes.
This is where we are, huh?
We must do.
This is where we're at. Okay. That's where we came in.
Atreus, your arrows.
Ready when you are.
Are you guys ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
Okay, balls, that's the end. That's the end of the fucking DSP Bingo. Phil did not fucking do anything. In that 10 minutes or so of waiting for him to install that update, we didn't get a siege mode, he didn't do a thumbs up, he didn't say good news. Technically, he was doing a Q&A, he didn't say the words Q&A. But that was a full-blown Q&A he was doing while I was waiting for the fucking, download to install. Tempted to tick it just randomly, just because he was technically doing a Q&A, even though he didn't announce it. It was a Q&A. But the fact of the matter is, it won't really make a difference because I didn't get a full house, sadly. We have a free space. So, it's just a case of where do we want to use that free space? I think we should use a free space or thumbs up, because that would be a double bingo right then and there. Or siege mode. Siege mode would also be a double bingo. Siege mode and thumbs up would both be double bingos. I think I'll do siege modes. Shout out to Piece of Peace. Because we borrowed the siege mode from them, so I was going to fucking throw in a free space in siege mode and play the horns twice, but sadly we were 4 away from a full house. But yeah, it is what it is, nothing we could do, dude. Bugged bingo mechanics and all that jazz.
I don't know.
Bill is currently on $18 in tips in case you're curious. That's a live count from there, but fuck it, we're done with bingo. Just gonna fucking... that'll be the end of that. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool stuff. So, guys, sadly it wasn't 25 out of 25 for the bingo. We'll get there one day. We are certainly due a full house again. And I might throw Meaningful back into the full... Tomorrow I might do Meaningful in the centre square. I think we should do it one more time, and if Phil actually does say it tomorrow as well, I think Meaningful will have earned its way back into the fold properly. So far we've had Meaningful back twice, both times as a centre square, and both times he has said it. Outside of that, Phil has been saying Meaningful quite a lot more lately, almost every day essentially, and I think it has certainly merited, getting back to it. But we need to give it one more chance. Once could be a coincidence. Twice just could be, lucky, essentially. And if it happens 3 times though would mean, okay, saying it regularly again, and I think we can have meaningful back into the fold. So tomorrow, Center Square is going to be meaningful. And we'll see if it passes the final test or not to get back into the fold. But guys, enough of that. That's for tomorrow, I'll say. So DSP Bingo will be back tomorrow, Monday the 14th. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, how you actually spend it. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you end up doing. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo. Until then, have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.